What do you got for me, Ember Staff? Oh, let's go! We've got our banker's note. What? What is the point of this relic? It doesn't work!
Did you mark it?
No! Weeble! What? Oh my god! I did 150k!
You're short, you're bad at the game, and you can't even kill Harak.
You! In 3, in 2, in 1! Come on, come on, come on! Let's go! Boom! It's done! No way! No way! There's no way! That's small. Boom! Oh my god! What? That's what? Bang! 224! Holy 224! Bang! Let's go! Oh! What the? What? No way! There is no way! I've never had a double drop in my life with this boss! Charge! Boom! I teleported! What? If it is Nexus 4, I'm going on my trip. I'm just leaving. I'm getting on my plane and I'm leaving. Brother, what the? Are you kidding me? In 3, in 2, in 1. Oh my god! Oh my god. Oh my god! Oh my god, double rim! World first! There's no way! There's actually no way! That is so insane! I'm kidding. That's it? Done. Let's go! Yes! Are you ready? 3, 2, done! Yes! Boom! So I'm kind of hoping that I don't get a drop on a reroll. Oh my god! Just kidding! I'm absolutely kidding! I take it back! 3, 2, 1! Yes, let's go! Let's freaking go, dude! Yes! 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 Okay! Back to the G! Quick! Did I win? No shot! What? Wait, what? A double drop? It's done! Let's go! Bang! Put the teleport. Holy shit. Done. Let's go! Golden defeater completed. Oh, we cooked that P11. Nice and easy. Nice and smooth with it.
All right, and I just went like that.
Ow. Good early evening, gamers. How are you, everyone? Welcome back to the stream. Thank you, Pup, for the Ryan killed the game raid. Appreciate that. That's very kind, in fact. That's exactly the kind of clientele that I like to attract around these parts. But yeah, hi everyone, welcome to the stream. How's everyone doing? First off, I did want to apologize. I haven't streamed that much in the last couple days. Not only have I been super busy with the move, and packing stuff up, but also work got super busy all of a sudden. So I've been in meetings since 5:45 a.m. this morning, and it is currently 4 p.m. I've been at it for however many hours that is, a lot of hours. It's currently 4:28 p.m. for VOD watchers. So I am slowly just dying, but yeah, it's the good kind of busy. There's a lot going on. It's not a bad thing, but yeah, I did want to apologize. Haven't been streaming as much as I wanted to. Today's stream, we're going to do probably 3.5, 4 hours, and then I'll try to do the same thing tomorrow if we can, but we'll see how things go. You have a strand of hair sticking out. Wait, what? Did I really? Wait, where? Oh my god, I do! There, did I get it? I think I got it. Great. Oh my god. Also, can I just say, Pippin is actually an idiot. You guys missed this because, yeah, I didn't stream yesterday. So there's construction going on in the upstairs of my house. Pippin, 2 nights ago, managed to sneak into the construction zone, okay? Slip past all of the defenses and barricades, okay? And then walk on wet concrete. And for a little bit, he was even heavier because 2 of his paws were encased in concrete. But I mean, okay, some people in my house were unhappy with the state of the car. I could not care less. I was a lot more concerned about his paws. So we had to pin him down, and I had to basically rub olive oil into his paws to get the concrete out in chunks so that he didn't lick the concrete and then give himself food poisoning. He got me, chat. He got me in a couple different spots. He got me there too. He's a killer. But I actually felt quite bad for him because you know what his paw looked like when I was done? This was like 5 hours later, okay? Normal paw. Paw that was covered in concrete. I felt bad for him. I did. He looks fine now, but yeah, and then after we finished dousing his paw in olive oil, we then had to like wash it with like soap and water too. Anyway, I feel a little bad for him, but it's mostly his fault. But yeah, anyway, all that to say, that is what I've been up to. I've been super busy the last little bit, but the one good thing about being busy is this. I needed 7 glorious bars for 4-piece Masterwork range gear. Do you know how many glorious bars I made and mined and smithed and folded? The answer is 7. So I believe in my possession right now, if we went to the checklist, I would have everything we need to make 4-piece Masterwork range gear. And then I also had time while I was packing and filling up boxes and everything else to get 105 crafting, almost 106. So legitimately, we could start now if we want to. We could literally start now, which I actually think is kind of sick. One thing I am going to do though is we need orange spice for our boost. So I'm going to get a little bit more. But yeah, basically we're in a really good spot for Master range. I'm very stoked too. Like I'm excited to go get our speed kill timers. Like really what I want to do is I want to make my Master range and then I want to go get the, I want to get some speed kill timers with it. I want to go to Nicatra. I want to do Perfect Sanctum. Like I just think it's going to be so fun. That's sort of what I was thinking. But yeah. In the end, you'll have a memory print on the concrete. Yep, I would guess so too. But yeah, anyway, that's what I've been up to. How have you guys been? Do I have Equilibrium 4? Yep, I got it from my War's Blessing 4. So I have access to Equilibrium. So basically, we are in a very good spot. I don't know what the process of actually making it looks like. It might be really annoying, but either way, that's sort of what I wanted to focus on today. And then if we find that upkeeping a boost is too annoying, I could also just get another 4 million crafting XP and we could do like Big Game Hunter 2 or something. Get her done like that. But yeah, correct. I'm spice boosting to make my Masterwork. But yeah, either way, we'll see how it goes, right? I'm feeling good about the position that we're in. I think we're perfectly positioned and preposterously proportioned. I also love that I'm not getting any orange spice, like any of it, when that's the only type I need. Dude, I know Ironman don't get updates, but holy crap, an update that was just like, oh, by the way, you can attune the kind of spice that you want, and then you get it, would be so good. You tried to get E4 Undead Slayer, just got Undead Slayer. Okay, I have a take, and I respect the like level of gaming to like take the risk. I don't get why anybody is doing E4 in a combo perk when Shadow's Grace exists. I just don't get it. There are enough perk slots. Why would you risk a 30% chance that you don't get Equilibrium at all, and then you got to spend 400 mil? I don't get it. But yeah, fair enough. I'm not saying you in particular, but I've heard of a lot of people this week who are like, dude, I got completely screwed over. I was trying to get Equilibrium 4 in some crazy combo, and I did it. And I'm like, what? But why did you do that? You didn't need to do that. I'm also keeping the brown spice, because like at some point I'll probably need it for something, but yeah. Fair enough. It's a 14% chance to Equilibrium. Okay, that's not crazy high. Still, though, for a 450 people perk, maybe you guys are just made of money and I'm not. Maybe that's what it is. Y'all are better funded than me. Can I get a combo with Equilibrium and Biting? Yes, there is. There is a combo. There genuinely is one. I called it the Dakota Gizmo, which apparently was seen as an act of violence. Sorry, Dakota. Am I gonna play the old school league? Yeah, so here's what we're doing for the old school league. I will be planning out my league over the weekend with Pup. We know nothing about it. So we're literally gonna go to the old school RuneScape website and the wiki and use those as our only form of knowledge, having not played the game. Okay? We're gonna do that over the weekend. I don't know if it'll be Saturday or Sunday. And then, yeah, we'll be playing it on Wednesday. Unfortunately, I got super busy all at once with the move and with everything else, so it's going to be a little bit of a weird week for us. I've got to take Pippin to the vet tomorrow. Not concrete related. But, yeah, we're going to make it work. Moving is miserable. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of more excited for it than anything else. Like, I think the actual physical move is gonna be a rough few days for sure, but I need to figure out how to pack my setup up in a way that it's not gonna break. That's the biggest thing. Because setup is quite important, in fact. Got my first careback kill thanks to the guides. Ooh, no worries. It's huge. But yeah, no, I do think it's going to be fun. Please take Banker's Note. Is it even an option in the old school league? I have no idea. Yeah, no, I legitimately... all I've seen is they've got this crazy looking skill tree. Theory-wise reached out to me the other day and was like, are you going to be playing the league? And I was like, yup. I know nothing about it. Gluten abend? Does that mean good afternoon in like... That sounds like freaking like Austrian. Maybe. What is the league? This is new to me. So old school's getting a league. It's next Wednesday. And it's big. I'm the wrong person to give you info about it though, because as we just decided to talk about, I don't know anything about the game. Oh, it's German. Interesting. Any new YouTube videos coming out soon? Yes. Hardcore Ironman episode this weekend. High Enrage Zamarok talk through probably the weekend after that. And then I'm still working on Melee Guide and Keybinds Guide, but to be honest with you, the way that my week is looking, I don't know that I'm going to be able to play Progress on any of them. But we'll see. They will absolutely come out eventually. It's just, I usually work is very chill. Like, I'm not doing that much, and I can kind of manage my own time. And then today, all of a sudden, I had so much stuff all at once put on my plate. Like, I'm quite literally going to be working through the whole weekend. Just not like it's like fine because it's like the good kind of busy where it's like good, meaningful, impactful stuff. But oh my, I got blasted, chat. The GE price and RSCAD site have been such nice tools. It was barely a month ago. I wasn't able to do giant mole, and now I'm learning AOD. Oh, that's awesome. I'm so glad to hear it. I am super, super glad. That's sick. They speak German in Austria. Wait, is Austrian not a language? I assumed, I thought it was like slightly different than German. At best, it's a dialect. Ah, okay. Cool, cool, cool. Got it, got it. It's different, but not a full language. Gotcha. So it's like French, French, and Quebec French. Perfect. Okay, surely I have enough of this. Like, undoubtedly I have enough of this, right? Dude, look how much spice I got. They call me the Spice Runner. Or whatever. Wait, I want to go one more. Just to, like... This might be the biggest load of spice we've ever obtained. I'm not gonna bank space for it. That I know for sure. But that's okay. We can figure that out another time. Bro, I'm literally 104 hunter. What do you mean I can't capture a rat in front of me? You're telling me I can capture a dinosaur, but not a rat directly in front of me? Will I be bringing my cat tree with me? Yes. I would say most likely. The only situation where I wouldn't bring it is, like, I do think eventually I want to get him a nicer one as a moving present. Because this was the cat tree that I got him the day that we got him, like 5 years ago. This was the day one cat tree. And I just feel like at that point, I didn't know he was going to become so massive. So in hindsight, I would have got a bigger one. He was just so small. Bro, can I catch this rat? This is getting crazy. Brother. Make another rebuild video to best in slot. I probably won't for a bit. I understand a lot of people liked the video, and I appreciated the support on it, but also, I got, like, a lot of people that were, like, really mad at me about it for some reason, so I was gonna, like, let it chill for a bit before I do one. Like, realistically, I'd love to do one with range at some point, just for fun, but I think the current appetite and climate, it doesn't align with my time or the will of the people. Hope your cat doesn't get too stressed from the move. Yeah, so that's mostly why I'm going to the vet tomorrow. I'm bringing him for a checkup and to get all of his shots and stuff, but I'm also going to ask them what the best way to transport him is, and I'm going to go through all of the different options. Like, there's a driving option, there's a flying option, there's a flying without him option, there's a flying with him and leaving him there with Anna for a couple of weeks before I go back home and then drive. There are lots of different ways to do it. I am quite literally, I said this before, I'm going to do whatever they say is going to be the easiest on him. I do not care. So I will let you guys know. I'll know tomorrow which way I'm going to be getting to the States, but yeah, that's sort of the move. Whatever they recommend, I'm going to do. Catapult option. I guess that's possible too. We could try it. I missed the challenge videos against Cash. Would love to see the return of the channel. Yeah, we could bring challenges of some kind back. I think if you have suggestions or ideas for challenges you'd want to see, let me know, and I don't mind trying them out. I can't tell you, like, who they'd be with necessarily. Like, they wouldn't necessarily be with Cash, but they could be, I guess. You need to emotionally prep us for a non-stream period. Okay, so I am very ambitiously Snoopy Cat. Here's the thing, right? Streaming is important. It is the thing that I enjoy the most, and it's my primary source of income. Realistically, the less downtime there is, the better. And as a result of that, as an example, Anna's moving before me. I've already got internet set up at the place, like currently. So basically, the only downtime in streams, it might just be like, optimistically, a couple days. If I could haul ass to America, I'll be streaming in an empty room full of moving boxes, but we could do it. Okay. Yeah, we'll see what happens though, obviously. The echo's gonna go crazy. Dude, there's so much post-processing on voice stuff now. Like, I actually don't think there would be a lot of echo. Just because everything is so compressed and so equalized and so everythinged. But we shall see, I suppose. Wait, you and Anna are moving in together? Yes, we are. Am I still coming to visit you? I don't know yet. Did 24-hour drive moving 2 cats over a year ago. Believe it or not, letting them free roam worked way better than a crate. They mowed for an hour and then settled in and nook among the luggage. Yeah, but what if Pippin gets crushed by, like, I don't know, a Corsair scimitar that gets, you know, dislodged? We need to be very careful. But yeah, no, that's good advice. I'm gonna look at a lot of different options. Okay. So this is the masterwork range. Wait. I gotta check my port. What's up? How you doing? I'm good. How are you? That was a lacquer mission, by the way. Big. That was a bone mission. Okay. Actually, okay, dude, while we're here, we do need lacquer. I am lacking in lacquer, if you could believe it. None of these matter. None of these matter. 17 voyages. Okay. I will start ripping these voyages. We'll start sending them, I guess. But yeah, sorry. What I was saying is, in terms of masterwork, I was wrestling between the idea of going for 5-piece or 4-piece. And the thing that ended up finalizing my decision was actually lacquer. I actually have only 87 lacquer out of 120, which is pretty good considering last week I think I had 0 lacquer. Or 2 weeks ago. But realistically, that's the perfect amount for me to make 4-piece. I just can't make 5-piece with the amount of lacquer I have. So the plan is to make 4-piece with no top. Just so that you guys are aware. And that also means we don't need to go back to next either, right? It gives me a chance to work on my ports, get my lacquer where we need it, get to the next region as well. Because right now my lacquer missions are 3 at a time. It's just not very much, which makes it a little bit difficult to accumulate. So that's sort of my thinking. Speaking of lacquer though, holy crap, we're cooking. But yeah, 3 at a time just isn't isn't fully ideal. So I'm gonna get to the next region likely before we start spamming dungeoneering tokens to get to higher tier stuff. But yeah, that is the rundown for ports. That's why we're doing it that way. That is why I'm only going to be making 4-piece instead of 5. I don't care about being able to custom fit it. I don't think it matters at all. So we've sent off our ports. We're going to be, after this comes back, at 90 lacquer, which is solid. And I've already checked. I have everything else I need for the entire process. It's all in this bank tab, in fact, which is really nice. There's the 7 glorious bars. There are my spicy stews. We've got everything else in the quantity that we need it. The one thing I do need to do, though, is I need to go collect my meat from inside the thing and turn some of it into sinew. I don't actually know how much sinew I need, but I think I need like a moderate amount. And then we're good to go. Have I bought lacquer from Lyco? Yes, I have. I've spent almost all of my chimes. I think I can get a few more, but not enough to get to 120. Does the RS guide have a ports guide? It does not. How is Pippin's paw? Yeah, he's fine now. He's completely fine now. Can I withdraw this noted? Or do I have to do it 1 invent at a time? Okay, I feel like someone didn't think this through. Like, fair enough, but I just feel like this isn't how I would have done it. Okay, so that's all of my meat. You know what I want to do, actually? I want to calculate exactly how much of it we need to turn into sinew. Because it's 240 for the Masterwork sinew. But I only need 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 650, 750 out of 1,200. So is that 160? That's all I have, actually. Oh, boy. Okay, so we'll just do all of it then. Fair enough. 140. Oh, huge. Okay, that's even better. Thank you for doing math for me. Also, I'm just assuming I can't burn these things, right? Surely these boys don't burn. All right, let's go. Seems like a lot of new stuff when I eventually return. There's been so much new content, dude. It's actually crazy. I had people in my comments yesterday complaining because I made a video talking about how Haven Ice was kind of cool. And people were like, dude, there's literally nothing to do. This update was worse than Menopause. And I wanted so bad to be like, if the only reason you log in is to AFK content slop, you know, you do you, live your life. My mother-in-law could burn it? That's crazy. That's actually crazy. Okay. So once I've got all of the stuff, how do I make this boy? Oh. Make a draconic plate, make a line draconic plate, unimbue it, make a thero plate. Each step takes some time to complete, finish up. Once you've got all the materials, master is made by a drafting table at a tailor's dummy. Okay, so I do all this stuff first. Got it. Okay. The draconic plate step is 3 hours long. Just chill. Just chill. Let me cook, all right? Let me cook. It's an for low-level players. Even then, though, there's a lot of high-level stuff. I've been absolutely blasting, and we're not even done it on the hardcore yet. Piano. I am super excited for combat achievements. I'm excited for mastery. I think it's going to be sick. I am not looking forward to having to boost my crafting level, but yeah, we're chilling. If there is no Gate of Elidus in Havenheim, I see no reason to go. Oh, no. Maybe I need to go to the Gate of Elidus. But yeah, all that to say, I've been super busy last little bit. I don't even know if you can see it. Yeah, back there. Do you see how the pile of boxes is getting taller? It's now 3 boxes tall. Kind of exciting. Is it taller than me? No, but it's getting there. I think box 4 would be. I think box 4 would be. How did I even get them up there? Oh, I placed them up there. I don't know what you mean. I don't understand the line of questioning. Is Pippin going with me? He is, yeah. I'm figuring that out tomorrow when I bring Pippin to the vet. They're gonna give me some... I'm gonna lay out the options for them, and then they'll let me know what they think will be best for him. But yeah, there are lots of different permutations, but in all of the permutations, he's coming with me. But he might go before me. He might go after me. How much longer is my commute gonna be to work? Probably like 20 seconds. Wait. What is this? Is this a video of Pippin? As a baby?
Yeah, you got it.
Look how tiny he is.
Let's go.
Dude, I should have known he was going to be 12 feet tall. Look at the size of his feet. I should have known. I actually should have known that he was going to turn into the world's biggest, heaviest cat. Do my lenses have tint to them? Okay, so they don't. I realize the why everyone has been asking about it of late. Here's what happened. I changed camera lenses. The lens that I switched to, it requires way more light than my old lens. So I have to basically blast myself with the light of the sun in order for you to be able to see me. Like, here, wait, let me show you this. I'm gonna turn off the lights that are blasting my, look at this. I'm sitting in a room with the overhead lights on and there's natural light. That's how dark my room is. Or not how dark my room is. That's how dark like how much light the camera needs. Okay? So the reason you're seeing tint on my lenses is because of how strong the light hitting my face is. I don't know why. I'm a little concerned there's something wrong with it, but I'm literally like, it's like I'm wearing Tumikins. No, wait, I'll show you. My room isn't even dark. Here, wait, hold. Hold. Okay, why is that not working? Part of me is missing. Reset that, reset that, okay. Okay, I don't know why part of the frame didn't load, but, okay, ready? I'm gonna turn off all the lights in my room. Note how the webcam can still see me, but my actual cam just black. Anyway, I don't know what happened with it. If anyone is like a camera goat, I would certainly be down to hear from you. But I will also say this, the f-stop is correct and the ISO is high as well. It's not the f-stop or the ISO. Yeah, the ISO is already maxed. It might also be that it's inside a prompter, so it's not getting light where it needs it. Like maybe if I open up the back of the prompter, it'll, I don't know. But yeah, that's why you get a bit of a tint on my glasses. It's because like I'm literally sitting in a flashbang right now. When will you cosplay your RuneScape character with a magic setup in Tumikin's robes and a Fasoa? I'm in. Is the reason I'm using Cathbay range and not Fort range? Yeah, I prefer it. I think it's very funny though that like the idea that like it would be worth me going to Fort Frinthry to save me 2 seconds per invent. Like some of y'all might be him like that. I am not him. This is a fine amount of distance to travel. Wait. No, that was my webcam. My ISO is like, it's whatever the max is. It's like 2000 possibly. It's a lot. That was my webcam, not the actual camera. Okay. If it's a lack of light, do I have a focus option camera? I have autofocus. But yeah. Anyway, all that to say, it's gonna be fine. Okay, so this is no, it isn't. I need to destroy my Pernix too. So 2, 3, 4, 5. I need 7, so I should destroy the Pernix body. That gets me to 7. Keep the cowl and the gloves. All right. Let's go destroy this. And then here's a question. Is any of this process active at all? Or is it all like, wait for this thing to process? I'm fine either way. I'm just... all AFK? Cool. All right, there is a beautiful Pernix body. Gone. It's less AFK than you want, more AFK than active. Well, then it might be fine for us to do on stream. We'll see how it goes. Okay, so that's 7 Prasolic Essence, 7 Glorious Bars. Yeah, we've got everything here. That's the full checklist. I'm gonna double check it, but yeah, I think we're good. Okay. And then these are buyable materials. Oh my god. So, oh, okay. So I need to actually process some of this stuff. So like, I need to make masterwork thread. How do I make masterwork thread? I go thread and all of this, and where do I use it? Oh man. Okay. At a spinning wheel. Bro, I'm going to a spinning wheel? Where's the nearest spinning wheel to a bank? Surely it's... Oh, it's probably 4 for in 3, because everything is in the 4 for in 3. Haha. I assume you have superheat form unlocked? I do. Do I need it? Does it help with this? Okay. We have a bank and a spinning wheel. So now, I'm going to go like this. We go all of these. Bang, 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 bang. Like that. Okay. And then I just click. Oh my god, it all requires 110. Every step of this requires 110. Okay, chat. I'm just gonna say it. Lock in. This is gonna be a moment. This is why the spice was flowing this morning. Okay. It's not going well. I just got a level reduction? Oh, my. Okay. This was all the spice we gathered. Okay, wait. Before I do that, how much of this do I need? But I haven't... I hate you. Bro, my level keeps going down and not up. I've blown through half my spice, chat. Spice production is at an all-time low. What do you mean? Okay, 111, bang. Okay. Now what we're gonna do is I am gonna set my watch on a repeating 58-second timer. Let me cook, chat. Let me cook. This is going to be fine. Okay, 50. We'll go 53. Confirm. Go. Okay, let's go. Hello, Grandmaster Legos. Also, no help for Ironman. Thank you for the sub. Appreciate it. Okay. So we're level 110. Masterwork thread. Go. Oh, it's quick, chat. It's quick. Wait, this is fine. We can do this. I can do this. I will do this. That's the wrong preset. I didn't make a preset. Oh, God. Oh, no. Wait. This is why we organized. Bang, 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 bang. Let me cook. Let me cook. Let me cook. Let me cook. Okay. There we go. We're good. I got 17 seconds before I got to log out. I'm only giving myself 2 game ticks to mess up. I'm a grandmaster. You think I need more than 2 game ticks? Let's log out. Log back in. How much of this do I need? Wait, 9? I just made like 300. Wait, I'm done. It's done, chat. It's done. I only needed 9. Wait, what? I needed 9 and I made 100? What? The hell? You need a lot more. I need 30. Oh God, I need 30. Quick. No, we need 30. We need 30. I did lose a lot of precious time there. We got to be careful. You know, 30's good. 30's good. And then we'll do the sinew. See, here's the thing, right? This would have been an AFK grind. Wait, I already had 100. Oh God, it's done. It's done. It's done. Sorry. Okay, log it out. Log it out. Log it out. I thought that I was making them one at a time. I'm sorry. Okay. Everything's gonna be fine, chat. Okay, leave me alone. All right. Look. Look. There's a lot going on in here, and not a lot of it is sleep last night, okay? I've been up since 5:45 in the morning. Why do we need to be bullied here? Okay, why don't we make the elasticated leather? 1 leather, 1 masterwork thread, and 8 of each snakeskin carapace, a dagonoth hide. Okay. 9 total are needed. Takes 300 seconds for each one. Okay. But we don't need 9. That's a lie. We need less than 9. Yeah, chat, I don't need 9 because I'm not making the full set. Hold. I only need 6. Okay, now we smart. Now we smart. Okay. I can handle 6. I think 9 would have been a lot, but I can handle 6. Okay, ready? Start the timer. Go. Eight snakeskin. 8 dagonoth hide. 8 leather. 1 leather. 1 leather. And a bunch of masterwork thread. Okay. That's it. And that. Okay. Done. Done. How many seconds, chat, before I lose my boost? What do you guys think? Okay. And then I go here. Craft. I didn't skin my snake! Bro, how do I skin my snake? Bro, I'm not going to Tanner. I'm not going to Tanner. I'm doing it myself. So what do you guys think happens first, by the way? I finish my masterwork, or I literally die of old age. No, we're chill. Okay, fire ants. I haven't lost my boost yet. No, we gotta think about the positives, chat. I haven't lost my boost yet. Okay. Skin has been turned into hide. Skin has been turned into hide. Skin has been turned into hide. Okay, sick. And now it doesn't load because we turned the skin into hide. Okay, there, done. Easy. Okay, we're cooking. Oh, hello, buddy. All right. The timer. Oh no, not the timer. I think I hit the logout. Ow. Oh. Still missing the hair trunks on my arms. I know, right? Okay, let's go. What timers am I missing off master? I'm missing... Wait, can I do this? Let's go. Masterwork elasticated leather. Okay, so you're telling me I need the level to do this? Yeah, we can do it. Is there any way to make it faster? You need the level for all the steps. So Octane Cake, what I heard is you can let your level drop and it's okay. You just get slower progress. Dude, I need an overload for my crafting level. That's what we actually need. I want to take the XP away. So, I mean, if you guys want me to test it, I can test it. Should we test it? Yeah, let's test it. Let's make all of the unfinished ones. 1, 2, 3. When do I run out of bank space? 4? No! Help! I was mostly kidding. Okay, that's fine. 4. 5. 6. Okay. I actually agree with that. Why don't we see what happens when my level drops? Let's see what happens. How did you vanish that golem stuff so fast? A lot of practice. Yeah, let's let my crafting level drop and see what happens. This is going great? What do you mean? It's going fine. You know, I will say this though. There is a world where if this form of boosting is terrible, I'll just do crafting pots. Any updates on Product Midwest? Yes. We have an apartment. Anna's moving next week. I am moving likely at the end of the month. Pippin is coming with me. We have a very small, very cute, like 800 square foot apartment. Okay, so my level's about to drop. What's going to happen? Dude, if it lets me just continue, I am going to be mad. Like, what do you mean? Prage? It stops? Are you sure? No! Wait. What? Dude, someone told me like days ago so confidently, they said, don't worry, you don't need 110 because your progress will be 50% slower if you don't have the level. I mean, maybe it's like that for everything else except for this part. That only works for the actual armor pieces. Okay, so for this stuff, I need to actually do it myself. Okay. Okay. I think we should consider an alternative plan. Okay, first off, hold, let me cook. Is there a bank tab I can get rid of? Yeah, this one. Okay, perfect. Okay, hold. I'm just gonna do some thinking out loud. Wait, what? That's only 5. Where's the 6th one? Oh. Okay, it's fine. Okay. Here's what I'm thinking. Is there a world where so that's that. That's that whole part is done. This stuff is going to be the same. Okay, so this is also like that. Okay. So this is going to be the exact same thing. What about this part? This seems fast. Okay. This I think we're okay with. Thread, sinew, apex sinew. 10, 2, and 2. Okay. Next step, why don't we take a quick gander at that and see what that part of the process is like. Okay. Let's give this a whirl. But yeah, I think the play is likely to start the process on everything I can. But realistically, I wouldn't be against just training crafting. Not to 110 though. What I could do is I could train to 107. And if I train to 107, we can do regular crafting pots. Which I think we can all agree would be a lot better than this. Because then whatever my level drops, I can just drink one. Hi, Super Achito. Thank you for the primer. I appreciate it. Does this Zerker prayer work? I do have a PhD in like trying to skip requirements and being really lazy. I am pretty sure it does not. The reason it does not work. Okay, dude, this invent looks so cursed, bro. Okay, hold. Is that not the thread? Is sinew, apex sinew. And then you do it at a spinning wheel. There we go, Master sinew. And how much of this do I need? 1,200? Okay, this we can absolutely do. This we can 100% do right now. Okay, good. The tulip says boost stats last 50% longer. Yeah, I believe it's only for combat ones. Shocked emoji when the tooltip is wrong. Check the ground. Oh god! It's putting my sinew on the ground? Brother. Okay. You know, like, what a crazy process. What's the best way to combat quests or semi-AFKing? Semi-AFK for sure. Okay, we're good. So 1,200, this can take no time at all. We 100% do that. My thinking is, if we get to the point where we can make the armor, we maybe don't need the level, but we'll have to do the math on it. Okay. Yeah, so we'll have that. We have that. These are going to be terrible. One masterwork chromatic dragon leather. What is that? One hard leather, one masterwork thread, 8 of each other leather. So that's the same, but we only need one. Okay. So that's like probably fine because it's just one. Actually, that's probably required on the top. I probably don't even need that. That's one piece that takes 10 minutes. Okay, that's fine. Was I a big PVR before I started streaming YouTube? Nope. I learned as I was streaming. I was actually known for being a bad PVMer when I started. People who used to come into my chat a lot and flame me. My Araxia kills were 14 minutes long. I full revoed everything, and yeah. I had no idea how to PVM. You the goat, though. Well, we practiced. That is partially why I think some people trust me to make, like, low-level accessible content, because the lows were very low. The lows were very, very low. For me as a PVMer. Okay. But yeah, sorry. To Legos' question from like 20 minutes ago. The CAs I'm missing are, as an example, like I don't have Sanctum, I don't have Zami, I don't have Solak, I don't have AOD, I don't have Rago, I don't have hard mode, I don't have any of my dual hard mode kills. There's a lot I'm missing. I just hit tier 4 wars. Happy to help with anything group. Sick. I will probably hit you up. What CA am I most reluctant to try? I think realistically, Golden Daredevil is going to suck. And then I think the other one that's gonna really, really suck is Comeback Kid at Virago. I just am not gonna like it. Did you hear there was a fire at an Ontario toilet paper factory? No, I didn't. Okay, sorry. That is 700 Masterwork Sinew done. Okay. What's next? Other than Hopping Worlds. Also, if you're wondering why 700, I only need 700 because 500 goes to the body. Okay, so that's done. See, like we're making progress, so that's done. I own the algorithm thread as well, so that's done. That's done. That's done. That's done. Oh, so it's just the plates now. Okay. Let's try the plates. Let's see what the plate process looks like. Plates are smithing. Yup. So that's for this part, the ethereal draconic plate. I need 7 of them. Okay, let's go. We actually might, like, okay, this is gonna be cursed either way, but there is a world where this works. It sounds like a setup for a joke. It does. When someone in chat goes, did you hear about the fire in Ontario at the toilet paper plant? Okay. Do that, do that, do that. We've got the auto heater. All of that's good. Smithing cape. I can't do the blacksmith top because of bank space. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Hop, quick. It was an upset employee? So it was like arson? That's kind of spicy. By the way, assuming it's smithing, does that mean it's smithing with heat? Because if it is, we can superheat it to just absolutely cook, which could be very beneficial for us. Okay, lobby. Log back in. Okay. Make a masterwork range plate at an anvil using a glorious bar, Prisilic essence, and a serenic essence. Okay, ready? We go here. Serenic essence, Prisilic essence, glorious bars. Book it. Okay. At an anvil. Okay, this is an anvil. If I actually have to hop worlds every 20 seconds, I guess I should make my quick prayers that so that I can, yup, slam that on. Let me do my superheat keybinds. Hop worlds, and then let's cook. His smithing is 98. What? Wait, I don't need 100 smithing for this. No. We're chill. Right? I don't know where it is. Which one is it? This thing. Masterwork. What? Put the bars in the furnace? Okay. Okay. Oh my god, I do actually need 99 smithing. Oh, that's hilarious. That's actually hilarious. The spicy stew got me. Okay, that's fine. It's fine. Okay. Super restore. There. Okay. Big. There. 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 Can I only make one at a time? You can make one at a time. Okay. Let's do it. Okay, so what I want to do here is I want to let my level drop because I am curious to see what happens here. I'm just curious to see what's going to happen when my level drops below 110. Also, is there anything else I could do for fast smithing? I could get power bursts. This is not a crafting step. Okay, huge. Okay, that's 6, so we can do this. Wait, we can win. We can win. Valador World 70. Okay. And then I'll also, while we do this, I'll look at what I need to make power bursts. But this actually seems fine. This seems like entirely fine to me. I'm not gonna lie, like we're good here so far anyway. Do I need a luminite injector? Well, good thing I can't afford it. You can bank it and start multiple time. Okay, that's fine. So what we got to do now is wiki power burst of stroke. There she blows. Okay, so my herb level is 114. So I have the level. Am I running perfect plus? Does it do anything for smithing? I can. Oh, I can make this. Let me cook. Wait, we might actually be, we might be aight here. Rune and Necrotes and Spirits. Oh, so they can't... I need to empty it into my bank. Oh, that's really annoying. Okay. First off, I'll perfect plus. Second off, I'm gonna have to clear like a lot of bank space for this to work. Which is kind of cursed, but it's fine, I guess. Kind of annoying that I have to clear it into my bank, but all right, whatever. Live your life? Okay. So, Runites and Spirits, and then it's... Which one? Necrite. I have 23,000 of them. Okay. Well, this isn't bad. Okay, no, so far, certifiably, this is going 5. Fine. Is 5 enough, though? Or do you think I need more? I can make more very easily. Here, I'll just do this. I'll make like 10. To be fair, why do we only have a normal crafting potion 2026? See, that's what I'm saying. But when I asked that question, people were like, Ryan, just train your skills, you noob. But I don't know. It makes perfect sense to me. It's a reasonable question. Okay. We've got the power burst. The hammer's probably not perked. I have refined 2, rapid 2. Wait, what? Okay, hold. Okay. Why don't we look at that really quick? What? Those are probably the perks from when I first unlocked Invention. They'd have to be, right? Okay. Gizmo. Okay, hold. No, we might be okay here. Okay, those are all armor and weapon gizmos. Interesting. Okay. Get a furnace core? I'm not getting a furnace core, bro. Okay. So we go to augmentation station. I make an ancient tool gizmo. Can you guys believe I've even unlocked them? I can't. Oh my god, this hammer's level 17. Okay. Careless 5 is just a bunch of these guys. Okay, that's fine. So we just load them up with offcuts. Whew, saved. Okay. So that's good. Then I'm going to disassemble this one. Throw that in the bank. So we got Careless 5 scraps. So now, I presume I need a new hammer. Like I can't... Wait, no, I can. I can Gizmo Dissolve this. Hold the phone. Gizmo Dissolver. Hammertron. Done. Throw Careless 5 on it. Done. Okay. Dude, look at us. Y'all are going to make a skiller out of me at this rate. Okay. So now, when I pull up here, I'm assuming I should be, like, the best smith of all time. Like, literally... Oh, it's done! Yo, I banged it out in 2 seconds! You know what? Liege, ton weight? I agree. I would be coming up to me too and asking for a ceremonial sword. If I could just... Bonk, bonk. On to the next one. Okay, we're actually cooking right now. This is the best. What an easy process. Okay. This person said, I thought I was going crazy. Oh, is there a thing that's going on the floor? Yeah. That is so weird that it does that. It doesn't really make sense. Okay, chat, I'm not gonna lie. I was a hater on, like, getting perks and things for upgrades. We're going insane right now. This is so fast. Hi, Sid Demon. Thank you for the 35 months. I appreciate it. And then I want to cast this every 3 ticks, right? Or does that only work for core ores? No, it works on everything. Go here. Make the next one. Oh, we're flying. Yeah, dude. Careless was an insane buff, though. Like, I won't lie. I feel like smithing is possibly the least well-balanced skill in RuneScape on a main. On an iron, totally balanced. But on a main, oh my goodness. Okay, so team, we're happy with my loadout. I've got all the right stuff, yeah? I got the right prayers, I got the right potions, I've got my Luminite injector. Can I play RC on 1080p with a QHD monitor without the game upscaling? Makes so blurry. Ooh, that I actually don't know. Have I done Oyster this month? Yes, I have on this account. I wanted the fishing XP. Because Oyster, by the way, if you guys don't do it, it's insanely good XP. Okay, so this part of the process is super easy. This is awesome. That's 3 done. And then one of the things I mentioned at the start of stream, one of the benefits of only going for 4-piece instead of 5 is quite literally this entire process, instead of requiring 12 of stuff, it only requires 7. Because the plate body requires a stupid amount of materials. So that's a big win too. We're already at 4 out of 7. Why don't we take a look at what our next step is? Because we're just... I know we skipped over all of the steps that were absolutely terrible and incompletable, but I still feel good about this. So step 1 was make masterwork range plates. We can do that. That's these guys. Yeah. Okay. What do we do next? We make draconic plates by combining them with draconic shards and lacquer using the inlay option. Okay. So this is the lacquer step. And this lacquer step is the one that requires... Got it. Okay. So this one's one that requires crafting. But I might be able to do them all without the level. We'll try. Okay. And then once we have the draconic plate, we line it. That's also 110 crafting. Unimbued is rune crafting. Okay, so we can do that one for free. And then it's magic. Okay, so basically we only need 110 for 2 of the 5 steps. Chat, this is winnable. Does Ripper work at next? No. So it won't attack next, but you'll get the passive. What, I want the top? I don't have lacquer for it. I can easily get everything else for it. But yeah, I don't have 120 lacquer. I have 87. So it's like, it's perfect for 4-piece. And then what we're going to do is I'm going to wear my Dracolich plate body. Which, by the way, like, I think is going to be fine. I think it'll be, I think it'll be enough damage and enough damage mitigation. Like, I'll be happy with it. Will I make the last piece when I get the lacquer? Yeah, if I'm not a dead hardcore, definitely. I do want the 5-piece, but I looked at it, like 4 is more than enough. 4 gets me what I need. So we're going for 4 for right now. Poor Liege wants to give me a ceremonial sword piece. Well, I'm busy. Think they're gonna nerf Master Range? No, I don't. I think it'd be kind of weird to nerf the second best gear in the game because it's too close to the first best gear in the game. You know what I mean? That doesn't really make a lot of sense to me. I honestly assumed most of the people who were like, are they gonna nerf it, were kind of just like rage baiting. Hi, Dark Wings. Thank you for the 2 months. Appreciate it. Okay. So that is all 7 masterwork range plates. And now we need to inlay them at 110 crafting with lacquer and draconic shards. Okay. So this is a crafting step. We've got our draconic shards. We've got our lacquer. We've got our preset. So now the question is... Can I start these all and continue them without the level? That is the question. Let's get our orange spice out and get to work. We prage, because if we can, like, not a bad spot to be. The answer is no, you need to keep your boost. I am going to see it for myself, because there's a chance. What's a good ring to use at the range on Equilibrium? Ring of Death, Asylum Surgeon's Ring, or Ring of Retribution would be the 3 best. Okay, team. It's time to inlay. Wait, how do I know? Oh my god. And then it's a new process on each one. Oh, this is not going to work, chat. There's no shot. Okay, 1 out of 25. 1 out of 125. 1 out of 125. You have to bank the in progress one? No, you don't. They're all at different amounts of progress. Okay, so my crafting level is about to drop. Let's see if this kills me. I think it's gonna kill me. I think I'm gonna lose here. You don't meet the requirements to make Draconic Blade. Okay, so I want you to know the information I was going off of was just bad. I was under the impression that I could do this below 110 and it was just slower. That is not the case. So we could either do this hopping every minute, which is like kind of terrible, or why don't I look at what the crafting boost options are? That's crazy that the best boost is a crafting pot for 3 levels. Oh. So God Banners +2 for 30 minutes at a time. Okay, yeah, so very obviously, I think we kind of have 3 options. 1, I could hop worlds every minute. Would be kind of bad, but we could do it. Option 2, I could get 107 crafting, which only 4 mil XP off. And in getting 107 crafting, which only 4 mil XP off, thank you, Gupard. We could then do it with regular crafting pots. And then option 3 is to go all the way to 110, which I don't think is a good option. 107, you guys think? Okay. So if we're doing that, we need to pick a training method. We have a couple decent, I don't have bank space, bro. We have a couple decent options. Option 1 is I could cut the gems I already have for 800k XP an hour. The problem with that is that's 6 hours of crafting and it's not particularly AFK. What I would potentially propose to feed 2 birds with 1 scone, if it were, is what if instead of doing that, when I go for my last set anyway, I'm gonna need more Apex hide. So why don't I do Big Game Hunter 2? Get a crap ton of Apex leather, and then we do it that way. Wait, growth pots and star bloom seeds. Okay, wait, that's also an idea. I have 116 star blooms. Wait. Each star bloom set is 1.3 mil XP. Okay, so how many seeds for a set? Hold. Wait, that might be a cook. You might have actually just saved us. Because instead of doing Big Game Hunter 2, which I mean, I'm actually fine with, we could ultra grow all of our star blooms, potentially. They take so long. No, I'll ultra grow them. So Starbloom flowers, you get 12 per seed. I need 768 per set. Each set is 1.3 mil XP. So, okay. So 768 divided by 12 is 64. So 64 seeds per set. So I can do 2 sets just like that. Just with what I have right now. Almost 2 sets. Is there a way to... Okay, wait, I actually don't hate this. I also have full Starbloom +4 already. And I have some cloth. So realistically, if I ultra grew all of these, this would get me 107 crafting. And it would be AFK. Zolanda farm patch gives 15 flowers per seed. Wait, does it really? Done. So we have to do the quest then. That's insane. Okay, wait. First, I'm going to Miscellanea. Let's check our Miscellanea. But I actually didn't know that. I have never done Stellar Born on any quest or on any account. So we could do Stellar Born. I could ultra grow all of my Starbloom seeds, and we could get 107 crafting. Wait, that's actually kind of a fire plan. I love that. I think it's a really good plan. Check approval rating. Boost and hold approval rating. Okay. Manage worker placement and coffers. Farm. That's for Starbloom seeds, isn't it? Let's do it. 3, 2, 1. Okay. Wait, look how many seeds I have. Wait, that's a crazy amount of seeds. Chat, I'm the seed sower. Bro, I'm not gonna have bank space for any of this. Oh, no. Okay. Do I say bank all? Surely I just bank some of them, right? We can't, no. There's no way I'm banking all on this. This is so cursed, but it's fine. Hairlanders I need. Quorums I need. Terramins I need. Cabbage, onions, cadaver berries, potatoes, rosemary, tomatoes. What's these? I don't think I need any of these. What? What's a Wendelwick seed? Oh, it's for Wendelwick's hops. Okay. I'm going to keep those ones. Marigolds, don't care, don't care, don't care. Don't care. Okay. Regular grapevine seeds? I don't think I need. I'll bank them just in case. Yeah, okay. I don't think these ones matter too much. Like, if you look at how endgame we are, the odds of me needing any of these, like, actual 0. Spirit, wait, is that a spirit tree seed? It is. Oh, wait, I actually need that. Hold. Okay. Abandon all. Keep the limpworts too. All right. I'm never gonna grow limpworts, but done. Abandon all. 3, 2, 1. Go on. Okay, so I now have 185 Starblooms. So now the next step of our plan is I need to become the greatest farmer in the land. But in order to do that, we need to do Stellar Born. Like, for sure. Yeah, no, that's just like a very preferential way to train crafting. Here's the thing, right? On stream, I think using my stream today to cut gems is so boring. But actively growing all the flowers, then I can do the actual training on my own time, but we can do all of the prep now. That makes way more sense to me. So yeah, let's do it. That was 2.6 mil. Here, I can tell you how much XP we're gonna get from this amount of seeds. We've got 185. It's 185 times 15. So 2775. Which is 693. We need what, 760 per set. But I already have a +4 set, so it's gonna be 4 sets. It's gonna let me finish 4 full sets of Star Bloom because I already have the set of +4. So it's gonna be 1.3 mil times 4. So yeah, that's actually genuinely gonna get me exactly to 107. So now I need my farmer outfit. Is there anything else I need? Oh, we do need to see how many beans I have too. I've got leafies for flowers. Okay. Let's see how many leafy pots I can buy. I think I can buy a lot. Do I have the crafting outfit? I've just got the one piece. Okay. This is what all of our POF was for. Granny Potterington, show me the money. Dude, do I have enough battle staves? I guess I presume I do. Wait, can I make sure that we can even do this? I want to make sure that like the game actually lets you ultra grow them. Before I nuke all of my beans. And then can the battle staves be noted? I'm assuming not. I'm not gonna lie, this is a crazy strat to do on an iron that already has 20 million crafting XP banked, but here's the thing, right? If it's 6 hours of active crafting training, that's actually harder for me to do than an hour active and then 5 hours of AFK. Like, I can AFK on my own time. I've got a lot of AFK time. I just don't have a lot of active time right now. Okay. And then I could also use my Grace of the Elves and porter them. So you're telling me, if I do this, and I do this, and then I do this, they all went on the floor. Because my porters were off. Okay, but conceptual? Right where we need it to be. Okay. How much can I donate for you to end your hardcore? That depends. Are you like just someone that wants me to do something else, or are you like a real hater? Like, do you really, really despise my hardcore Iron Man? You know? That's what I need to know. The prices are different. Like, if you're a real hater, I respect you more, so I'll charge you less. Okay. Let's go to RSC Quest Helper. Stellar Born. View quest page. Complete the Wing Out mystery. I've definitely done that. Okay. So I need runes. We need cosmic runes. We need astral runes that are in my rune pouch. A wizard blizzard? Or a pre-made wizard blizzard. I presume that's buyable. Wicked Hood. Stardust I already have. Memory strands I have. Watchtower teleports I have in Dave's, maybe? Yep. And Leela's favor. Perfect. Let's reclaim that. And then we'll go buy a Wizard Blizzard. This how the stream's been? Wait, real? Bro, someone who's been following for 10 years just dropped the ZZZZZ because I'm skilling for once. That's crazy. You can come back tomorrow. We'll be doing something else. A 10-year follower? It's kind of egregious. Okay. Chat, if I were looking for a wizard blizzard, where would I acquire one? What is the storage you just opened? You mean the quest item storage? For quest items? I've never seen that in my life. But I'd look for a wizard north of the Fremi province. Got it, got it, got it. Okay. So, where the bar at? Because I need a... Yeah, it's got to be the bar person. Is it Hudo, maybe? I actually think it's east. I think it's east, chat. I got a feeling. No, this is the thing about RuneScape, right? Sometimes RuneScape sends you in unexpected, unplanned directions. I am of the mind that that is okay. All right, let's go. Piscatorus. I'm actually excited, though, because I was traveling when this quest came out, so I never, like, got to do it when it was, like, hype. But I heard amazing things. Like, I heard this quest was sick. I might even crank my graphics up just for it. One could say this quest is stellar. I mean, I guess you could. Is there a way to teleport to the, like... Ah! What the hell? Oh. Everything's fine. Okay, I get to teleport to the place afterwards. Sick. Okay. Well, that's perfect then. Okay, so Zoob is bad at teleporting. Got it. Wait, why am I still mining? Fair enough. Next is want to be able to bring all the required items to quest start point and have it autocomplete. That would actually be kind of cool. I wouldn't mind that at all. Oh, actually, speaking of changes, there was a news post today that I actually did want to go over. We're not going to do it like right this exact millisecond, but you know how all of the gear in the game looked like Play-Doh for like 5 years like this? They actually cooked. I was like, we'll read through it in its entirety, but I was so impressed. Look, this is what it looks like now. That's what it's going to look like when the new shaders come out. So they found a way to like legitimately completely fix all of the like the weird outline over everything. I was really, really impressed. And it genuinely, like, it's a good example of how lighting and shaders make such a big difference. But like, before, sweaty, out-of-date, carroty feel with glowing outline. After, delicious, fresh carroty feel with outline removed. But yeah, no, I was very impressed. Yeah, I was impressed. Just to say, I know we haven't done a news post stream in a bit, but I did want to look over that one because the before and after pictures are stellar. I don't think people are hyped enough about it. That's fair. I actually think that's very fair. I think it's a big deal. Oh, okay. So then it's meet me at the Crash Star on me way. you know, I was definitely I was impressed. It was one of the things, I think I can definitely say this. It was one of the things they showed us at the RS25 creator event that like, it was one of the things that we saw that I was the most excited about. So I'm excited that it's like player facing now. But they basically were like, yeah, we took the feedback of everything looking Play-Doh-y very seriously. This is what we did to fix it. And they had some previews of some areas, and like I was really impressed. I guess I also care about how my character looks. Dude, did you guys see that party hats are crashing? I thought that was so funny because people seem to actually really, really care that you can turn off their cosmetics. Apparently, they're down to like where they were like 2 years ago because of the cosmetic toggle. And dyes are also crashing. Yeah, it turns out it wasn't actually about feeling in tune with my character. It was actually about flexing on people. And now that people can turn off your flexing. Ah, classic. So do I gotta go to a different planet? Nah, dude, there's nothing worse than when, like, a dude walking up to you and going, "It's very important because this is a form of important critical self-expression," says the dude in 8 different blood dyes. It's like, okay, come on. Yeah, I don't think they're not like crashing to like nothing. Party hats, obviously, but they stopped going up and started going down, is what I heard, which is interesting. I think they're forever going to be at a certain price point. I actually disagree. All they got to do is start re-releasing them. Just start sprinkling them back into circulation. And then everybody will panic. And then they'll crash. Who's with me? No. I think we can all agree, though, that if party hats didn't have their kind of iconic history and they weren't a discontinued item that was a show of wealth, they look objectively terrible. They mess up your hair. They stick out in like a weird pokey way. Like they don't look good other than that they're an iconic item. But yeah. Can you say your Jegus are considering re-releasing party hats so that I can clip for my merch server? Dude, I don't want any, I know you're kidding, but I have so much mercher fatigue. Excuse me. Bro, there are some like genuine vultures in that community. It's crazy. Okay, so I talked to them twice, and then I shoo away fireflies. Okay. Ooh. Oh no, I'm losing! Don't like, did I just lose? Surely I didn't lose. Or who would win, tall and manly or a firefly? I feel like I'm not helping very much. Like, bro, you got the freaking Palpatine lightning, and you're like, can you run after these fireflies and shoo them away with your hand, please? Brother. Is that a stall smoke cloud to release on Nakatra? Yes. Yeah, definitely. You would just stall Smoke Cloud. And then when you tag Nakatra, it would release. Yeah. I don't think, yeah, I don't think anything clears stalls, right? Could you stall Vuln too? I mean, I guess. If you really wanted to. But yeah, anyway. I also think it's entirely fine, by the way, that people want party hats and rare items to like flex their wealth. I think that's like totally like a very valid progression point in an MMO. I think it's a good goal a lot of people like. It's just not one that I personally like. Which is partially why I sold my party hat a few years ago. This feels like a very intense song for like a very chill quest, but I'm not familiar, right? I've never done this quest before. What if the vibes are unmatched? This portal looks nice. Okay, ready? Woo! Okay. Yo. Wait, this place is cool. Okay, but I don't want to go to... Yeah, no. I don't want to go back to... Okay. Jump the rocky edge of these... Oh my god, it's just like, Anima Islands. Do you think they deleted Anima Islands so that... Wait, okay, this is a very pretty skybox. I'll say it. I'm in. Okay. Wait, so this is like an endgame quest, kind of. Wait, this is cool as heck. What? Wait, how did I have no idea about this? I genuinely had no idea this was a thing. Wait, this is sick. What do you mean? I'm like the Artemis. This is really cool. Deadass. I was traveling when this quest came out, so I saw people sharing like screenshots, but I didn't know anything about it. I never got around to doing it because like there was never a need to. Damn, that's really cool. Very, very cool. Okay. So where do I want to go? I want to go to the main island. Okay. All right. Land. If you make a cosmetic, what would you make? I want... You know what? Give me the Canadian tuxedo. I want a Wolverine-style jean jacket. No, I actually have no idea. It's not something I think about too much. Head of the giant crystal toward the center and talk to Rosalina. Okay. Glad to see you made it in one piece? Wait. Mentioned? Okay. This place is very, it's very not flat. Okay, so jump the north. Head to the northeasternmost island. Okay. I will say the controls on this are a little weird, but fair enough. How do I price check stuff in your Discord? You go to the GE price bot, and then you do /PC, and then whatever you're trying to merch. Is it kill? Is that how that works? Yeah, there you go. 2.5 billions? Chat, we gotta get to Zuck, bro. We gotta go. We've gotta activate. You could just type EZK? That I also believe. Okay, so I'm flying around. We've inspected this one, and then there's another one that is apparently by the flower patch. Well, no, south of the rocky edge and west of the flower patch. So I've done the west of the flower patch. I've got to do south of the rocky edge. So is this why everyone's talking about, like, the new skills should be, like, interplanetary explory? It's just because of this, yeah? 1 out of 12 pieces of information found. Okay. Try to enter the cave. Is Quest Helper an all-in plugin? Yes, it is. It's a good one, too. The decay, I think I've already done this one. Oh, wait, is that a lodestone? No. It just looks like one. Go into the southernmost house and lift the woven rug. I will say this. I kind of see why people think that they're doing like a new skill or something, or like a lot with this, because it kind of feels like they've done a lot here. They've got a lot of characters and named NPCs, and like, I see why a lot of people were like, the new skill's gonna be space. It actually makes sense having seen this now. Okay, and now I gotta go to the observatory. Archaeology dig sites, but they're planets, so you have planet mysteries. That, like, sort of sounds like a little bit like the plot of Project Hail Mary, almost. Like, you can have, like, stuff not going so well for the planets, and the mystery is figuring it out. Okay, second floor of the observatory. Bro, it's the... Okay, yup. What's the next skill? Nobody knows. Maybe they're never going to do a new skill. Maybe there are no new skills. But anyway, I get why people were talking a lot about a new skill after this quest came out. I still don't know if it, like... Here's the thing, right? RuneScape has gone very, like... We want to be RuneScape. We want to be medieval. We want to be grounded. And I kind of feel like space travel feels more like the old era than the new era. I'm not gonna lie. That is the only thing that I'm not sold on. Like, I think it'd be cool, but now I think now would be an absolutely terrible time for RuneScape to do space travel. Truly. That would be like the biggest, like, okay, so you're telling me that RuneScape has finally figured out what it is and what it's trying to be, and then they do space travel. It would be a weird fit. At some point, though, maybe in 5 years, maybe in, you know, whatever, but... maybe they're pivoting because of new era. Was it in some observatory request astronomy would be a 6 skill eventually, because we've got the World Gate. You can visit Saradomin's world? Bro, Saradomin. Does anybody even like Saradomin? Genuinely. I don't think I've met a single person that doesn't find Saradomin to be just like an annoying snob. Just brutal vibes coming off that guy. Nobody likes him. Wait, necromancy runecrafting? Pog? Wait, chat, they reused an asset, therefore this quest is bad. That's how this works. It's not efficient game dev. It's actually just bad. No, I kid. Some people do legitimately have takes like that, though. Just crazy. Okay. Out? Exit the cave, gather the dark star wisp a bit north of the cave, west of the mysterious decay. Okay. A dark star wisp. Okay. Oh, this thing. I found it. I do think I could cook something really nice using the other realms. I believe it. I won't lie. There was more to this quest than I thought there was. I thought it was like, ha, you help the person get home and that's it. And now we're figuring out what's gone wrong with their planet. Also, a lot more to do in the quest than the guide I'll have you do. I hate his hideous beard. That's crazy. His beard is perfect. They added a lot of lore. Interesting. I mean, that's really good to hear. Like, realistically, this kind of content isn't for me. But I also do think that, like, there are a lot of people that really like quests and lore. So giving those people stuff like this that they can really spend a lot of time exploring, I think is awesome. I've got 0 complaints. Go to the south side of the main island. On Mimi. I'm very passionate about astronomy. I am very aware, Nathan. I am possibly one of the most aware, in fact. What about astrology? Marky, don't do it. Marky? Okay. Imagine you just asked Pup what he didn't like about the combat update, okay? That's what you just did to Nathan. All right? You've wired him up like a landmine. And then you 2-foot jumped on him. I'm on the wrong island. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too, Car Guy. I don't think it can have Mancy in it. Nobody likes Mancy anymore. People are tired of Mancy. We've already got Necromancy, Wizard Mancy, Melee Mancy, Ranged Mancy. Summon Mancy is coming soon. I just feel like we've overdid Mancy. Okay, return to the cave, talk to the wizard. Huge. I'm on my way. So this farming patch legitimately gives extra star blooms? Because this is the place where star blooms came from. Or come from. Wrong island. This way. This is why we're getting the PH update. New room, astrology observatory. That would actually be very cool. If you could put a telescope in your POH, I would actually be completely fine with that. Like, that feels more RuneScape-y than, like, space travel. You already can? Okay, but, like, I want a cool one that I can look in and I can see the planets. I don't want one that's just, like, a decoration. You literally can? RS3 POH telescope. Use it to find shooting star. Yeah, that's not what I'm... No, I'm talking about looking at... I don't care where the shooting stars are going to fall. I want to go look at the planet. Do I plan on training Dungeoneering to 120? You know? I think it's going to depend on how the Dungeoneering update goes. Like, if the Dungeoneering update is sick, like, yeah, if they add a bunch of rewards that I'm interested in for my level of progression, I would absolutely do it. Oh, I messed up. I'm so sorry. Okay, select Glip? Glorp? Glorp. Okay, Glorp. Bop. Zeg. Fuzz. Noob. Zorb. Okay. Zig, E.T., Bop, E.T., Glorp. Okay. Zig. E.T. Bop. E.T. Glorp. Wait, locked in is back? What do I hope the DG update does? Olev, cannot say. I have intimate insider information. Unfortunately. I say unfortunately because I love speculating with you guys, but I also do tell you guys, like, yeah, if I know stuff, like, I'm not going to pretend to not know stuff so I could speculate. I know, like, a good chunk of the update. I'll say this, though. I'm definitely looking forward to it, just because Dungeoneering has been left in the dust for so many years, and I find that sad. Did I win? Surely I won. Okay. Okay, so that is the Stellar Born quest complete. Very nice. And then That's my teleport. Okay, perfect. So we'll do the div lamp. We'll do the mining lamp. 500 Stardust, sure. So the big thing is now we can ultra grow all of our star blooms. And if we do them on this place, we get 15 instead of 12 per. So we actually get extra XP here. That's kind of an insane reward. I'm not going to lie. All right, let's do it. He's keeping secrets from us. Yeah, I mean, here's the thing, right? And I've told you guys this before. I will always tell you guys the truth. Like, if I know about something so I can't talk about it, I'll just tell you that. I think that's so much easier than just, like, deflecting or making a bad guess or whatever. Yeah, I think we're all, we're mature adults here, mostly. So we can do that. It's nice that we can do that, though. Okay, Magic Meteorite Chunk is good. I guess I don't need any buffs, right? Like, a Juju Farming Pot doesn't do anything. That's a huge kappa. Holy crap. Okay. Starbloom Seeds, good. Grace of the Elves, good. Just a bunch of battle staves, I guess. And then my ultra growth pot. I still can't believe that all of the beans we gathered like years ago are actually going to be useful. That is the one thing though, is I actually don't know if I have the beans for the operation. I think I do though. I think I do. We got 260k beans. I mean... Screw it, we ball? Chat, do we ball? Are we balling out? Okay, we're balling out. Oh, that feels crazy to do, but it's done. Okay. This is gonna be so much freaking crafting XP. This is gonna be like 5 million crafting XP. Okay. The Grace of the Elves is on. We teleport with this. There are no auras or anything, right? That boost it. Like, there's nothing we gotta do here. We grip it and rip it, and that's it. You'll save some seeds with the modified farmer hat. Pog. Use your dwarven tools from Treasure Hunter. You think I'm Treasure Hunter Terry over here? Absolutely. Dude, can you imagine I bought the wrong one? Okay, so I would have had 15 star blooms. Dude, this is nuts. So... what's the XP per star bloom? Like, every time I do this... oh, this is nuts. I'm gonna say it right now. The Twitch chatter that came up with this plan absolutely cooked. This is so much better than spending 6 hours cutting gems. Instead, we spend, I don't know, 20 minutes ultra growing this. We got to do a really cool quest. And then I can AFK all of it. Wait, it's 20k XP per seed? Big. Yeah, this is sick. What a strategy. You'll save seeds with the Dungeoneering perk. I'm assuming I have the Dungeoneering perk. Yeah, I probably do. 203k XP per seed. But that's not right, though. I just assumed that you typed it wrong. Because that's the wrong... wait, what? 200k XP per seed. I'm confused. Oh, 20k XP per seed. Isn't that what I said? We'll be adding Uclogs to Feet Finder when they come out this year. At Josh. Copium. I bought the wrong one before. It was a sad day. That is a sad day. Yeah, I'm assuming I have the Dungeoneering scroll. I would assume, right? Wait, I'm gonna check. Dude, what a sick strat, though. This was exactly what we needed. Because the other thing, too, and once we get to 107 and I use all my star blooms, there's a world where we're close enough that it's like, you know what? Screw it. We'll just go to 110. We'll just send it. But yeah, no, this is a beautiful method. Didn't these used to take 4 battle staves per? Or am I hallucinating? Surely they only ever took 1, right? Hope all is well with you and the hardcore progress. Thank you. It is. It's quite well. I've been super busy the last little bit. Just life got crazy all at once. But I'm well on the road to becoming a Masterwork Ranger, which is sick. Which chatter was it? I can't remember who said it. Yeah. So do you guys think RuneScape's getting a unified collection log? I kind of feel like, on one hand, I think it would be good. On the other hand, I wouldn't be surprised if they're like, dude, an update that caters to completionist players largely is maybe not what they're looking for. I wouldn't be shocked. What do you mean by unified collection log? I think in old school, there's a collection log for like everything, but it's in one spot. Save your life's been getting crazy with the wedding. I also got in a car crash. Oh my god, are you okay? Wait, that's not good. That'd be cool. Yeah, it's kind of interesting because I'm like, okay, I don't think our current way to show collection logs is like that bad. The Slayer log is a book. The Clue log is a different book. The combat log is an interface. Like, I don't know. I know a unified one would be nicer, but realistically, if they, okay, this is my very biased take. If they have time and resources to do a combat update, or sorry, to do an update to a UI, update the combat achievement UI. It's ass. You know what I mean? It's so bad. I'd rather they spend those resources fixing that. But, you know. Jags like stuff that everyone can complete. They don't like true trimmers. I mean, it kind of makes sense that they're not going to cater to true trimmers. I also think true trimmers kind of semi-rightfully get a bad rep sometimes. Like when an update comes out and they play it for 25 hours, and then 28 hours after the update came out, after they played it for 25 hours, they're complaining that there was nothing to do in the update. And it's like, buddy, there was a lot to do. You did it. And then you have to kind of explain to them that like the game doesn't revolve around exactly their extreme playstyle. Like it's just, you know what I mean? I kind of get why some true trimmers get a bad rep. But I also think you need to be built a specific way to like, to want to play that way. And it's the mindset, right? Recover from a concussion, hopefully I recover soon. Holy. Well, I am glad that you're with us. You're okay. When a new game comes out, people play 80 hours a day for 4 days and then whine that they've done it all. It's like, that's it? Yeah. However, let's go to RSC. The menus are a little confusing. Yeah, I totally agree. I really like what they did with RuneScape 3's UI earlier this year. Like, they without a doubt made it better, but... I mean, I've said this before, too. I personally believe they could very easily... they could do another year of just making the game better and fixing old stuff. Like, I think what they're doing this year is they're fixing a lot of the like surface problems, but the rot of RuneScape 3, I think it runs a lot deeper than just like the things you see at the surface. Targeted Dragon Saiyans? No, I didn't at all. I actually didn't even know that Dragon Saiyans did that or whatnot. If the shoe fits, like, fair enough, but yeah, no, that was not targeted at any individual. Dude, it kind of reminds me of like at one point in my life, I genuinely was asking, like, someone brought up a person, I didn't know who they were talking about. So I was like, wait, do you mean the view botter? And then the view botter got mad at me. And I was like, you just told on yourself. I didn't name you. I didn't shame you. I was trying to understand who the person was referring to. And then you chimed in and got all angry. You know what I mean? I didn't do anything. I did nothing. Do you have any Dark Onyx squares? Yeah, I have 2. I've got the Dark Facet of Luck and the Dark Facet of Grace. First time Iron, what should I prioritize at POF shop? Just get all your pens running. Default attack. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no. Sometimes people will be telling on themselves. just play it cool. Leave an insult on the ground and its owner will come pick it up? Oh, that's awesome. I actually love that. I actually love that. That's awesome. Just a one-time graphic by hardcore. Now I can work toward my own master range. See, that's really cool, and I'm very proud of you, but I am unfortunately going to have to ban you because you've now made me feel like my crafting level is inadequate. Yeah, dude. My account is so weird because, like, I do genuinely have 25 or 30 million crafting XP banked, but it's all stuff that isn't AFK, and that just doesn't work well with my time. So here we are doing this instead. Where am I really trying to be an RC compared to old schools? How fast you snowball? What do you mean by that? You're officially better than the streamer. Yeah, that's valid. It was your own video about how good it was that I didn't want it. So you're telling me you watched my video on Masterwork, and then you began to embark upon Masterwork, and now you've already got 110 crafting. You're just a demon. I did the same thing. My video convinced me to get it, but I haven't got it yet. You're just faster than me. What's this? Oh yeah, this is Feet Finder 2.0. Yeah, I remember. You got duo hard mode Rago done? Very nice. When are you ready to go with my hardcore? Here's actually a good question. When I do hard mode Rago duos on this account, because I need 6 out of 6, what combat style y'all thinking? I was kind of thinking range and Masterwork range might be kind of sick. Yeah, I actually think it would be very fun because my magic here isn't very good. Like, I've got a Fasoa and Crypt Bloom, so it'd be very safe, but I feel like I wouldn't be able to do a lot of damage. Yeah, being able to, like, SGB dump, like, realistically, I think what we should do is we should try to do them all in one day. One stream where I line up a 3-hour play session with someone, and we just grip it and rip it. Yeah. I think magic would be the safest, but I think if I mage it, I'd feel very carried because the other person would undoubtedly be doing way more damage. Desi, if I don't have a Desi. But also, Scops takes 10 seconds anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Do I have any tips for cleaning my bank? Yeah, what I would do is, if you're an Ironman, all that stuff is important. You need it. Don't get rid of anything. If you're a main, you should hack yourself every 3 months. You need to speedrun a Questscape? I already did. I mean, that's not entirely true, but I did a stream where it was a stream doesn't end until I have a Questscape on my main. And it took like 20 hours. It was really painful. I did so many quests that day. Like, the screenshot from my, like, rune pixel was genuinely, like, one of the most absurd things. How many star balloons do I have? 837 flowers. Nice. Grab another shipment of battle saves. And back to the moon. We should have done this before our rebuild. This is like a good example of a quest reward. I kind of feel like they cooked. It makes good thematic sense, but it's also very strong. If you're wondering by the way why we're doing this here, instead of getting 12 flowers per, you get 15. So it's like actually better. How many skill limits do I have? So this is a crazy one. I have 22 skilling pets on this account, which seems like a crazy amount, but I think it's because on an Ironman, when you use like BXP and stuff on mains, that doesn't increase your chance of skilling pets. And proteins also can't give you pets either. So I think because this account has been very like all natural, check this out. Pets, skilling pets. I have 22. Agility, construction, cooking, divvy, dungeoneering, farming, fishing, fletching, hunter, invention, mining, Defense, HP, ranged, magic, summoning, archaeology, necro. You're forgetting the inherent Ironman luck boost. True. Yeah, people kind of forget about how strong the inherent Ironman luck boost is, but it's pretty big. I'm on max space, so I wouldn't have to worry about it. I am already, like, my account, I'm on max space all the time. Yeah, no. I kind of do agree, though, that, like, I could organize my bank better, but most of the items I have in it are things that I've kept on purpose. They're items that have a use, I think. That'd be my take anyway. But yeah, what a cool method. I'm actually, like, I'm quite fired up by this. Now, the real question is, what should we do once we've done ultra growing all these star bloom flower plants? I was thinking maybe we look at some combat achievements. Like, I want to kill something. You know what I mean? We could go to Nex to get our Pernix. We could go to Thingo to get our Sinew. Big Game Hunter 2. But, like, I don't know. Depending on how much time we have, I think I'd want to, like, actually kill something. Want to go Rago? No. I need to prep for Duo Hard Mode and Rago. Do some research, do some gear prep, cook up some good food. I also want to do it in Masterwork too. So I go to Nexit or Virtus. Oops, I meant Pernix. My bad. I have been up since 5 something in the morning today, so we're trying our best kind of day today. What are best perks for Masterwork range? I would do Equilibrium 4, C4, E4, Enhanced Devoted 4, and then Impatient 4 Mobile. Or Impatient 4 Devoted 2. Probably that. Did I drink coffee? I had coffee when I woke up. And then I had a Coke Zero and I had tea this afternoon. I'm trying not to, like, overload on caffeine, because when I'm really, really slammed with work, if I just drink double the caffeine, the problem I run into is then I'm not sleeping well, and then I'm not resting as well. And then if I'm not resting as well, generally I get more stressed out when I'm already in a pretty high stress, you know, environment, so. I try to take it easy on the caffeine when I can. What should I do first on a brand new hardcore account? Get a Ring of Life. Fasten it and then never take it off. I did say Pernix, you just gaslit me. That's crazy. But yeah, no, we've had so much Virtus. Bro, while we're here, why don't we go make Masterwork Magic gear as well? I'm 105 runecrafting. Can I ask you something in PVM? I got you. I see a lot of endgame have a little bit of food in their bag full of switching gear. How do they sustain damage? So the way that switches work at RS3, the switches aren't used because they're, like, needed. You don't need switches for any of the content in the game. The trick is, once you get to a level of being really good, you will heal more either from your defensive abilities or from Soul Split, which is, like, it's an overhead prayer that heals you, and you'd flick to it and it would heal you. And that is so much more powerful of a heal than food anyway. So you kind of end up just not needing the food when you're that good. So when your gameplay is perfect, you don't need food, you may as well fill your invent with switches. But you don't run into any issues because of that. Yeah, this is only using 1 charge per harvest. It's kind of sick. But yeah, hopefully that makes sense. But yeah, a good example is Editor Pup is currently working on a video going over like 4,000% solo Zamorak. And one of the things I mentioned in that video is if every auto attack hits you a 5k, if you want to try to heal with food, you're going to run out of food in 10 seconds. But if you want to mitigate damage with defensives, you can survive forever. So food kind of almost gets outscaled a little bit when you're at that level. If that makes sense. Quit RS to Ironman like 4 months ago. Originally got an ice thing for melee. The Necro at least got a motivate and quit. Came back. Leveled Necromancy 90. Wondering now if I can actually use Necro or melee. Melee! I think, like, okay, there's a world where Necromancy is really good, but end game long term now, the other styles outperform Necro, which is awesome. So Necro is the easiest to get upgrades on. The other styles are going to cook harder. So I'd actually, like, completely rejuvenated my desire to play the game. I literally went from having completely quit this account. I abandoned this account in late 2024 because of Necromancy and it making all my other grinds feel meaningless. And now all of those grinds I did were super worthwhile. So we just finished a melee arc, and now this is our ranged arc. It's sick. Yeah, they honestly, the combat update, like, for all the not great power creep stuff, oh my god, they cooked. Do I plan on doing a Massacre Zamarok? Yeah, both. So I've already got the Emasculate speed kill timer, which is very fun. And then for Zamarok, I've already got my Bolg and my Zami log, but I don't have any of the Zamarok CAs. But I was going to do my Zamarok once I've got my Masterwork, because I think 4B's Masterwork plus Ring of Death should be, like, very goated. I'm expecting it to be very safe, too. But yeah, there's a lot to look forward to. I'm also, like, a little scared about Zami. Like, it's obviously going to be a dangerous encounter. Dude, I just hit 14 golden dragon fruit seeds. That's crazy. Necromancy is way better with bad gear. Yeah, that's true, too. No. Necromancy, like, I think people have been exaggerating the downfall of Necromancy. In reality, it's probably, like, where it should be. But people act like it's terrible because it's not the best. I think, and maybe this is just me, me interpreting this wrong, but I think a lot of people liked that Necromancy was both the easiest and the strongest, because it made them feel like they could just stick to one style for everything and they never had to think about the other styles. And they would never have to feel bad for not using the other styles or feel like there were upgrades they wanted, which realistically is terrible from a game design standpoint. Like, I think the game is way better off having 4 styles, and there are actually compelling reasons why you'd want to use any of the 4. But I understand why, for self-serving reasons, there was a convenience of Necromancy, right? That's your biggest gripe with Necro? Well, it's not the case anymore. Does it make sense to get Desert Pantheon? Isn't it getting deleted on Monday? I would not buy Desert Pantheon. It's probably getting deleted. If I want to use a Master Bow with Master Range with Equilibrium, what perks on the bow would they be the same as Bolg? Yeah, I would do the same as Bolg. Same as Bolg seems good. Wait, did I just get my first Harmony Moss? Fair enough. Do I know much about the Aura update? Only what's been shared. I think everything about it's been talked about, like, publicly. I'll probably make a video on it on Monday as well. Like, once it comes out. Just because I'm sure there will be lots of questions about it. Yeah, it saves you a bank space, true. Piano. Because I'm assuming on Monday, right? Is that the day that the Aura interface dies? And if so, that's, like, crazy, right? That's a crazy day. Also, I'm saying this for editor Nathan. Nathan, I'm clipping this just so that we can do a voiceover and speed it up of me doing this. I didn't say anything interesting here. I'm trying to save some time, all right? Once in a while, it's good to do. I've got a button on my Stream Deck I press, by the way, that just grabs the last, it grabs the last, like, 5 minutes of what we've done. But then it also, it doesn't have any of my stream overlays or my face cam. So it's like, it's perfect for YouTube videos because it seems like it's not on a stream at all. So, yeah, we get the B-roll done while we're streaming. Efficient. Autoclip, no. Every autoclip tool is actually terrible because they say that they use AI enhanced technology to get the best moments. And in reality, all they do is when people spam stuff in the chat, it takes clips. They're like, all of them are trash. I would like to be the person that, like, here's the thing, right? When you're making a YouTube video, it's kind of like a puzzle that you're putting together, right? Of how to tell a story. I want to be the person picking out the pieces and the components, you know? That's what I'm looking to do. That's like the whole creative part of the process. I don't know if pants should get removed. It's not a true aura. It's more of a buff item. It just happens to be named aura. Yeah, like you don't need to wear it to get the buff. I fully agree, by the way. I'm gonna miss pants. Like I loved the HP boost on it, but I also didn't like the way that it worked. And I'm wondering if maybe they're gonna do something to give us that HP back in some other way. I don't know if they will or not, but it would be like, I wouldn't be shocked if they did. Chat, should I use my universal growth pots? I guess I should, may as well. 76, 43. Wait, how many star balloons do I have? 1677. Whew. That's really sick. Let's buy more. Your videos are also, especially the challenges, so awesome. Thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed them. Yeah, I'm honestly, we've gotten a lot more efficient and we've been way more on top of YouTube than in previous years. And I'm very proud of that. It's been a crazy difficult undertaking. It really has. But I'm quite, like, I'm still not fully satisfied, but if you compare to any previous year, I think, like, there's never been a year where I've uploaded just about once a week for a whole year. And we're kind of there now, so I'm happy with it. I mean, part of it, too, is just having really good help. I've said this before. Bringing people in who are, like, editors or whatever else, it's really difficult to do because you know your channel really well. It's your life's work. You trust a lot about it. And, like, people need to really understand the channel and the audience and, like, everything. And it takes just a lot of time to do that. And right now we've got a really good team because Nathan's been working with me for 3 years now. He knows fully. He knows the audience. He knows the kind of videos that we like to make. He knows everything. But then we've also got Pup, who's been with us for 2.5 years, doing the occasional video. And we've got Kochi back as well. And Kochi was like the first person that I fully trusted with the channel. So together, it kind of feels like we've got like the all-star team, genuinely. It's been so good. Does he know my SSN? I don't think he does. No, the closest thing to that is Josh does have my credit card. Because for all of the sites like RS Guide and GE Price, I told Josh, make what you want and stick me with the bill. So they're all hooked up to my credit card. Every website, like all of them are. I'm a little scared though, because I got a warning from Railway yesterday that at the current price point, costs are moving on up. Hi, I'm Bob. Thank you for the 5 months. I appreciate it. Bro, Nathan just W Nathan himself. One concern I have with the vamp aspect is on ancients. For middle of using it blocks, I'm using high alch. What can we do to fix that? Okay, you're not gonna like the answer, but the answer is you're gonna do a banking loop. Or if you're a main, you can use notepaper. But I think the answer is, like, things are on different spellbooks so that you have to make a decision. Yeah, we're getting there. Don't you alch sometimes during combat? I mean, you could, but you could also not. Without having another playing come to act as another camera? Like, someone in free camp getting B-roll for you. Yeah, so we do that when we make videos. We already do that. So here's the thing that's limiting us here. RuneScape's free cam tool is absolutely garbage. It is literally, like, it is genuinely so frustrating. It's out of, like, the 1990s. It is absolutely garbage. So half the time your character doesn't even load correctly. Like, see my ear? Look at my ear. It's just flopping around. It's breaking. It breaks textures. My hand is moving right now. My sword is flickering. It looks absolutely terrible. And then on top of that, you can't perform actions while you're in the free cam mode. Like I can't walk. I can't even do an action sequence because how terrible this free cam is. And I've been complaining about it forever, both on streams and videos, internal, everywhere I can. It is ass. And because of it being that bad, what we do whenever we're making a cinematic is, it is Nathan and I on a call together. And either I am filming on an alt, or he is filming. He has to film all of these.
Just logged into
Because I'm moving in all of these, right? How do we do that? We just have to all do them together.
RuneScape to find that your account has been hacked. And
Like, that's us on a call and him telling me to emote there.
everything. What would you do? In this video,
Or like
let's
all of these
take
walking,
my
like,
main account,
yeah.
starting from no GP and no items, and rebuild all the way to.
Yeah, like all of this is him saying go, and then me
Let's
equipping
take
all
my
this
main
stuff as I
account,
walk.
starting from no GP and no items, and rebuild all the way to best in slot magic, which costs over 7 billion coins. This is gonna be absolutely insane. The time.
Yeah, it's just like it's a frustrating undertaking that I wish we didn't have to do, because it takes a lot of effort to get something that looks good when dealing with all of the stuff that makes the camera bad. But yeah, no. We genuinely do a lot with a little. We really do. I'm about to do my own rebuild. I'm excited to hear about it, Mika. I don't know how you'll strike the balance of top-notch quality without overdoing the editing, but you found the golden middle ground. Thank you. Yeah. Sometimes I feel bad, but like as a boss, like I have to preach efficiency a lot of the time, which is, you have to make decisions on what's worth the time to do and what isn't. But in general, I think my team now is really good. They get it. Should get behind the scenes of the calls with Nathan. I mean, they're not terribly ceremonious. It's usually just me messing up or going too early, or him messing up the shot and then one of us swearing and then doing it over and over and over again. That's basically it. Focusing just not necromancy, huge. Is Old School's Oculus better at this point? Oh my god, Old School's got creator kit. So Old School has predetermined pans and keyframes that you can move through, and you can also spawn NPCs in them too. Yeah, no, Old School literally has one of the best free cam kits of any game. And RS3 is in the Stone Ages. It's like, yeah, no, it is, there is no comparison. We need some of the tools they have. I agree. I'm hoping they can either come out, or they can come out with our plugin hub or whatever, but yeah. I'm gonna try to find a willing dev whenever the plugin hub comes out, if there's the ability to do these things. And I'm gonna see about like if I can beg someone smarter than me to work on a semi-functioning creator kit. Where's that patch at? I'm on the planet of, I can't remember what it's called because I spacebarred the quest. But it's the Star Sprite planet where star blooms are from and crash stars come from. And the reason I'm here is because star blooms give me an extra 25. It's Zoleria. But yeah, no. I've been like banging that drum forever too. The other thing that frustrates me a lot too, can I say this? Yeah, I'll say it, whatever. Internally on RuneScape 3, wait, I can show you an example of it. Okay, this is a little cheeky, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Yeah, I could probably do this. Where's my Flesh Hatcher Macarnaz video? Oh, it's on the RuneScape channel. Oh, it actually doesn't appear on my channel at all. Oh, that's really interesting. Hold. Okay, so
May have to deal.
this was a video that I recorded before the update came out. So obviously I'm on the test like servers. Like I'm not on the I'm not in the actual game. I'm in like a dev build of the game. Okay. But in the dev build of the game, all of these cinematics, including the ones where I'm moving, are done on one account. All of them are done on one account. I did all of these cinematics on one account. Including even stuff like... Hold. Even stuff like this. See how I'm panning and fishing at the same time? How crazy is that? I can pan and fish at the same time. And the reason for that is, and for what it's worth, they can't just release this one-to-one. Like it's sort of different, but I'll give you a little behind the scenes on that. There is something called a developer camera, and it's basically a hotkey that you press, and all it does is it just hides all of your interface instantly. It just hides every single UI element so that your entire screen is your game screen. And it's just a hotkey you press. And then you've got the dev camera. So basically, one of the things that like I would love to see at some point is like, if we can't get updated camera tools, just give us that. Literally just one-to-one that. And I'm sure there's a good reason why they haven't. Like I'm sure there's a good reason why they can't, or it's more complicated than it should be. But that is one thing that definitely frustrates me, is that some of the tools that like I think have almost no risk and would just make the game better for creators, they just don't exist. Can't make a preset that doesn't have game windows. Yeah, but Olaf, you can combine it with the free cam too. So you can hide your UI and then go to the free cam, and then you can walk around in your own free cam. That's the difference. So you can actually, yeah. It lets you do both. Feel like we're getting a secret that's supposed to be unlocked now. I mean, I had people ask like how I made that video. I'm giving you some behind the scenes on how it's possible. It's like entirely fine. But yeah, all that to say, I'd love it if that was a thing at some point. It'd make me very happy. But yeah, as expected though, like there are differences between when you're playing on the live game and when you're playing on the you know, whatever, the not actual servers. And it's the same, like all of those features exist on like whenever like people go to Jagex and playtest stuff, right? There's a bunch of stuff that's different, right? All of the commands work differently. There's a lot of fun stuff you could do with teleporting around and flying around and all these other kinds of things, right? It's just and they're like that for a reason, but that's one specific one that I'm like, in my head, I'm like, I think it'd be okay if that was in the live game. But yeah, there's some handy dandy behind the scenes. Your Sanctum teaser for the official RuneScape YouTube was sick. Thank you. I think I used the same thing for it. I think, because yeah, that was also done on the, obviously not on the live servers. But yeah. Some sneaky games industry intel, I suppose. But yeah, I mean, realistically though, Plugin Hub hopefully just lets us make something that does that, and then we're chill. But, you know, even our like little cinematics we make for videos, they're a lot more effort than you would think. Oh my god, 1,000 kill count at Silverquill? That's crazy. Wait, is the pet that rare? Do I have a full episode of my 200 kill streak at Glacier? Yeah. It's the finale, the last episode. What kind of new content has hit RS3 recently? They made a bunch of changes to combat, and then they released Haven Heist, which is a brand new area expansion. That's quite cool. You got Yak up it earlier too. Nice. Yeah. Honestly, I've been so happy with the updates from this year. It's been like just ridiculously good, in my opinion. Obviously, I know every time I say that, someone goes, "Oh, you're glazing," or "Oh, you're wrong," because I personally think the game sucks. In which case, why are you here? But I've been like quite pleased with it so far. Off to a good start. It's gonna feel very weird though. Okay, actually, here's a question. If they're removing the Aura interface on Monday, do you reckon that your equipment interface just is uneven? Or do you think that they'll move the pocket or the quiver slot up there? They move the pocket? Okay, so you'd have 3 along the bottom, 5 and 5. That's actually kind of clean. Oh no, it'd be 5 and 4. Yeah, so it'd be 5, 4, 3. Ooh, okay, I don't know. Either way, I'm sure it's going to be weird and take some getting used to. Well, how about auras? So they're doing different things to all of them. They said what they're going to do at a blog, but most of the auras are becoming gameplay things. Like, some of them are just becoming, like, level benefits, passives that are baked into skills. Some of them are, like, one-time unlocks. Let's go 4, 4, 4, 4. Dude, 4, 4, 4, 4 would be kind of sick, actually. I'm on board. I agree. I'd be big down for that. Battle staff. Speaking of battles, by the way, I'll be the first to say this was a bit of a battle, but don't forget to prime sub. True, I agree, but so worthwhile. We're stacking the deck on being a masterwork user. I also just think it's pretty clutch that we had the beans and stuff to even do this. So they're removing them. Correct. Yeah, so they're removing them, but most of the effects, you're going to keep them. You're just going to get them, like, passively or by unlocking a thing. But yeah, correct. Are people who have them getting compensated? Okay, I'm going to explain this. So let's say you have a physical calculator, okay? That's your aura, okay? And then someone takes away your calculator, but then builds a calculator into your phone that has the same capability. So they make it so you don't need the calculator. Would you be demanding compensation? I mean, maybe you would because you own the calculator. Bad example. Okay, but it wasn't a calculator you owned. It was a calculator that you borrowed. That's the worst example ever. But yeah, no, you will not be compensated. Secret Respirator did my first super on my hardcore. Got harder this year at 5 kill count. Insane, grats. Game for the Gathering auras we build into the skills. It's gonna be so nice, dude. Not having to like only play 2 hours at a time when you really just want to bang out a skill. When I want to grind, I want to grind. I want to go crazy. But I bought the calculator. So yeah, if you bought Majorad in the last 3 months, they're gonna refund it. I think it's the same with Pantheon possibly too. But the reasoning for not like offering a refund on it is you paid for 5% extra damage, right? That's what Majorad was. Very pay to win, by the way. They just did a combat update that gave everybody like 15 or 20% more damage built in. So what they're doing is they're making it so you don't need Majorad anymore. You're going to do more damage now than you did before with Majorad without it because of the update. So that's sort of why they're not, yeah. Unless you mage. Okay, I'm not going to lie. I don't know if people can't do math or are memeing, but Magic is not weaker than it was before the update. Especially with the changes last week that make Wild Magic into a 6-second cooldown Ember Staff. I'm not buying it. Yesterday, I used 190k loyalty points in auras. Well, good news for you is the loyalty system is being deleted too. So you don't need loyalty points anymore. And then all the costumes are going to be given to people for free. As like the drops. Sub 120, I fully agree, by the way. Yeah, someone with 99 and maniacal was way better off than someone 99 now. I encountered that on this account. I'm only 99 attack, and it's actually been a struggle, but there's still a solution, which is... Yes, we get to training. But yeah, dude, the loyalty system, when you really think about it, was like one of the worst things of all time. It was a system made to make players that weren't playing RuneScape feel like they couldn't cancel their membership when they were on a break. Or they were gonna have to battle an infinite amount of FOMO because it took 10 years of continuous membership to buy out the whole shop. Gross. I am so glad it's dead. I like Penance Aura, so what they're doing for Penance is they're making it into an aspect that's like gonna require like a mid-tier magic level on, I think, the normal spellbook. So it's gonna have no cooldown. You can just use it whenever you want it. So to me, that's like a pretty good alternative. Maybe? 12-minute cooldown normal spellbook. Yeah. So if you liked Penance before, you can still Penance. Yeah, that's what I mean about like baking them into the game. Also, I know people are going to be mad about it just for the sake of it, but I think I honestly thought it was pretty aight. Let's try to use another aspect, yeah. So the way that I think they've positioned Vamp and Penance is they're like the only low-level aspects. Darkness has way higher Rex. Temp Anomaly, like, I don't see it really competing. I think they kind of fill different niches, so I think it's actually going to be completely fine. I know some RuneScape players don't like having to make decisions ever. It's like, no, I just want to activate everything all at once, but I actually think it's kind of going to be interesting to take your pick. Like, low-level Ironman, give me the Penance all day long. But if I'm ranging low-level, I'm probably running Vamp, because range doesn't have any lifesteal. Whatever it'll stack with Darkness. I'm assuming it won't, but I guess maybe it will. I don't know. Okay, team, that was an absolute grind. Look how many Starbloom flowers I have. Wait, I'm about to be like an absolute loomer. Okay, so now that's a crazy amount of ultra grown Starbloom flowers. 2,789. Yep, dude, there's no way that's not 107 crafting. There's no universe. Okay, so I got my artisan top. Is there anything else I need for a crafting XP boost? I don't think so, right? I'm assuming we don't care. Oh yeah, crafting cape too. Surely that's everything. To the fort. No. The fort? Oh, actually, yes, the fort. I was gonna not do the fort. Amulet of Offerings. Oh my god, I did 5 million XP crafting training without it. I forgot completely about it the other day. I might be the worst Iron Man of all time. That's so sad. Wisdom perk, I don't think I care. Unless I have it on Excal. I don't. Artifice Measure, don't have. Wisdom Aura, agree. But we'll do that later when we're doing the highest tier thing. Artifice Measure, don't have. And we're chilling. More likely won't. Darkness don't stack with enemy dead. Yeah, I would assume that they wouldn't all stack. I think the point of aspect, like, I actually think aspects are very well balanced. They're one of the only well balanced things in the game. That's crazy to say. That's like semi-diabolical to say, but like, you know what I mean, right? Like, they kind of work in a way that is nice. Like, you get to pick one. Incense the fire thing? I don't really bother with incense. I'm fine without. Ring of Whispers. I don't think it does a crafting boost. No, it definitely doesn't. I pray Chronicle Attraction. When you're training crafting? But... Wait a second. Is it worth running 99 spending for Masterwork? No, I wouldn't. Masterwork Melee is kind of mid, to be honest. Oh, with the carpet. Got it. Thank you, RSN Cat Girl Swag. That's squid, isn't it? It's definitely squid. It's 100% squid. I read that name in her voice. It has to be her. No one else talks like, nope. Why is Masterwork Melee bad? Masterwork Melee is bad because it doesn't have the HP boost that range and magic do. It's tier 90 and not tier 100 because it requires level 99 instead of level 110. So it's like a lower level accoutrement. If you can make a new aspect, what kind of aspect would you make? I have a searing hot take. I think I probably would have made Equilibrium an aspect. But now that that bird has flown, let me think. So it needs to be a combat aspect, yes? A combat aspect. Huh, let me think. Oh, thank you, Anonymous. Wait, what a W chatter. That's very kind of you. Thank you for the 20 bomb. Appreciate it. And welcome back to RuneScape. How nice. Chat, what would you guys do for an aspect? Let me think. Aspect of mirrors splits your hit splat in two? Ooh. So you just get like... Huh. I mean... I don't hate it. I was thinking, what about an aspect where... Okay, my dream is some way to make poison work on targets that are immune to poison. I just think it'd be cool. Aspect of macroing? Oh, I already have that one. Aspect of the Redditor disables the ability to read, but it lets you type in all caps? Oh no. Absolutely not. Yeah, I don't know. Make an aspect called switching, where the more the style you use, the more damage you make. For 1 minute, don't switch, and it resets the buff. Oh, so it gives you more damage the less you switch. Okay. Fair enough. An aspect of switching. Aspect of triple damage, but it's only on my account. True. Aspect of corrosion bypasses poison resist immunity. I was also thinking like it'd be really cool to do like a tanking aspect where like, okay, I'll give you some examples. Imagine an aspect that you could use as the base and it shared any healing and damage reduction from defensive abilities with your teammates. Like not like 1-to-1, but can you imagine if as the base with this aspect on, I res at 10k, everybody within 5 tiles of me heals 1000 HP. Or I use Reflect, I've got 50% damage reduction, everybody around me gets 10. Like a prayer called Soul Link, yeah, but not a prayer and not terrible. We'll call it the calorie bomb. No, but I want it to amplify my own abilities. I don't want it to be like a prayer I put on that shares healing and damage with people, because that's not good. If you're basing, that's not good. I want me personally to have a thing on that allows my defensive abilities to impact the people around me. Can you like imagine tanking 2k Zammy like with a learner team and actually being able to protect your teammates? I think it'd be sick. aspect of the tank. Aspect that makes your defensives AoE. I mean, I think it'd be kind of cool to cast Reflect and the animation is bigger, and then anybody in the area also gets it too. But yeah, you'd also have to balance it, right? Like, defensives are already very powerful, so it would have to only work like a little bit, but... My weird for wanting shield camping to be relevant. I don't think so. I actually... That would be a cool way to make shields relevant again. You do an aspect that impacts your defensive abilities when using a shield. So if you res with a shield, which is like lossless anyway, it benefits your teammates, you could do it. Yeah, anyway, I think that would be my aspect, just because I think it's something that isn't really leaned into. It doesn't cause any like endgame power creep, and it allows people to play a different way. How did I get 3 bill cash on an iron? I have done a lot of bosses on this account. And also a lot of real world trade. I mean, I've done a lot of bosses on this account. No, I've got 15,000 boss KC, and it's like mostly endgame bosses. So you're saying is bleed magic aspect? No, I'm not saying that. Not even a little bit. That's what getting a miss from other games. A tank. I could provoke the boss. Some players in the vicinity provoke would gain damage reserve for temporary time. I mean, we have provoke, but yeah, I think part of the reason tank doesn't matter in RS3, and I've said this before, but I think the reason people don't care about tanking in RS3 is because the mark of a good tank is how much damage they can do. Because most content isn't designed to be so hard that it's hard to like kill it once. It's designed to be farmed 8 million times for drops. Partially because drop rates are bad. But they'd much rather put out something that is really easy and farmable repeatedly than something that is hard and your kills per hour don't really matter. It's just about getting to the end. So because of that, tanking is never actually going to matter. It's never going to be part of the meta. A good base is always going to be a base that can do a lot of damage. That's just the way that it works with the game right now. Did he say he real world traded on his Iron Man? I did. No, I didn't real world trade on my Iron Man. I said that I real world traded on my Iron Man. Too late. Clipped. Uh-oh. Help. Someone let the dude know. Good over ours is single player MMO. An actual tank role would be from group content, and that is content that doesn't have priority in this game. I mean, I don't know that you can say that right after, like, our most recent boss that's an actual boss is a Masket. Like, surely that counts. Tank also doesn't matter because most dangerous mechanics in group content are insta-kills anyway. I think there were components of a Masket that actually did a good job of, like, making tanking a thing. Like, whoever gets Tubikin's Light, right? At a high enrage in a Masket, like, they actually get walloped a little bit. And then a Masket at the end of phases, like, that's a point where tanking actually matters. The damage you take is actually pretty extreme. But it feels like it's not fully cooked. It's, like, halfway cooked. But I only have a 30 bill bank when you do a lot of PVM. That's, like, 3 bill RS3 only. Wait, what? You mean 3 bill old school? So first off, this is my Iron Man. Yeah, my Iron Man is a 35 bill bank. Which is about, like, just how much best in slot gear costs. But, my main is better funded than some countries. Let me tell you. I got so much money. You know the throne room in Menaphos? Hold. This boy. This room in Menaphos, the Golden Palace, this is what happens every time I click on my bank on my main account, all right? It literally teleports me here. I sit on that couch. I occupy both seats because I'm very tall, and that is my wealth around me. But instead of urns, it's tier 95s and tier 100s. Let me tell you. I've got that generational Legos wealth. How many years do I have on this account? Like 3? 3 or 4. Man moves to the US one time and immediately talks about how much money he has. I'm trying to pick up the culture. Yeah, I'm actually kidding, by the way. My main is pretty broke. I can show you how much money I have. I spend most of my GP, though, on, like, content. Like, I'll give you a good example. When Raziel came out, I spent 18 bill on a set of Raziel gear one day after release. Like, that's what my money is for. I don't need it for anything. I just spend it all on content. Testing videos. Every time I hack myself, I spend, like, at least a couple bill on just bonds and losing money to GE tax and everything else. Yeah. That's how I like to play. Oh yeah, I'm in Death's office because I was, spoofing my Calphite King Death for a thumbnail. So I just died really quick. Wait, do you guys want to see the picture? Hold. Let me find it. Feel like you guys deserve to see the picture. For the Hardcore Ironman comeback episode. Yeah, oops. And I was training crafting on the other account too. And I was a little scared. I was like, wait, what if I bring the wrong account by accident? Don't do that. But yeah, no, my mains bank is 58 bill. Yeah, I feel like that's fine. Like, it's enough money for the content in the game. That's like, yeah, all I care about. So you combine my 2 accounts that we're at about almost 100 bill. I think that's fine. I've never really done like serious money making. Yeah, I just have all the gear in the game. I also have a lot of spirit shards. I got 506 millions. But yeah. How do you own a party hat? It was like 12 bill for a black. So it's not crazy expensive. Your man's cash shack is worth 28. What? Yeah, is that Venezuelan currency? Oh no. But yeah, no. I just like don't have a use for money other than content stuff, so yeah. Hi, Proton Kids. Thank you for the 40 months. I appreciate it. But yeah, that's sort of the rundown for like how I play the game. I mean, you guys just see me make some terrible financial decisions. What if I want to fund my 2036 premiere? I either don't pay for my membership as a member of the RuneScape 3 creator program, because that's one of the perks, or I pay with like actual IRL money. Because like, I don't know, I've never liked, and maybe this is just me, I've never liked games where I have to offset my own progression in order to like upkeep playing the game. It's never like, I've just never like mentally been a fan of it. It doesn't feel good to me. And especially because it's a business expense and a tax write-off anyway. Yeah. I use IRL money for like additional accounts, memberships, and things. It's how I've kind of always done it. Appreciate the site you made. It's amazing. Check prices. Oh, I'm glad you're enjoying it. Yeah, I'll also say team effort. Most of the credit should go to Josh and Tommy because they did so much to make it happen. But yeah, glad you're enjoying it. Also, Proton Gets, thank you for the 41 months. Appreciate it. Is Ryan going to try the old school league? I am. So, plan is this weekend. On it'd be either tomorrow, Saturday, Sunday. I'm going to do an old school leagues planning stream where I literally have not seen anything about it. And I know nothing about old school. And it's going to be Pup and I just trying to pick our relics and our combat mastery things without knowing anything about the game. It's going to be great. I'm actually so excited. Camera saying fix it. Did you have an old school Infernal goal? I never actually ended up doing it. I use dupes to fund membership. Yeah, that's fair. Is RSC money making hard? Because 5 below 7 bank for people who do the hardest PM is kind of low. Okay, wait. Why are you comparing? Wait. 2018. I'm confused. Does the amount of money I have in RuneScape 3? How do you know what is and isn't a lot for RS3? You're comparing it to a different game. It doesn't really make a ton of sense. But, you know, if you're good at money making in RS3, you can make like 200 mil an hour. So that's like what? 20 or 22 mil old school an hour? At like the top end? When is the league? It's on Wednesday. How long does it run? I don't know. But for me, it's going to run a few days and possibly more. Turmoil and doing what? Maybe just a masket. Good at a masket is 200 mil an hour. Wait, and just so you know, I'm not capping or making it up. Master a masket, 249 mil an hour. Grandmaster a masket. Okay, this is cap. Ain't nobody doing this. But yeah, this people are definitely doing. 249 mil an hour. For a masket. Rack 60 mil an hour. Croesus 60 mil an hour. I've said this before. Almost everything in the game is 60 mil an hour in terms of PVMing if you do it at a high level of proficiency. Rax is 60, Croesus is 60, ED1 75, Dragonkin Lab 60, Shadow Reef is garbage, Gate of Witness 50. These aren't real bosses, they don't really count. Carapac 26 kills per hour is crazy, bro. Yeah, maybe somebody's doing that. It's not me, only if you don't go dry. Well, that's just how math and averages work. Like, you're not going to make that amount every hour. But if you do it for 50 hours, you'll average that amount. That be how it is. Yeah. Even Nex is 60 mil an hour. AOD being 150 mil an hour is so funny. I think people just don't really do it very much. Rax is 90 mil an hour. These are all very optimistic projections, by the way. These are all like if you're doing them at a high efficiency. And it doesn't factor in your costs either, which for a lot of setups is like 8-10 mil an hour. But yeah. Rot's 100 mil an hour, but everybody hates it. Sanctum. 9 kills per hour is kind of insane, to be honest. It's like 6-minute runs. Rip Raziel. I mean, it's still 60 mil an hour. Although it's probably less than that, because this is synced to the wiki and the prices are probably low. Wait, how bad are the Raziel prices? How bad are we talking? Soulbound Lantern. Ooh, that is an arrow. Oh my. Bro, it's shaped like my head dent. Whew. Oh, can I just search necromancy gear? Oh, I can. Necromancy gear. Well, no, because I want to see the chart, right? I want to see how we're cooking. So let's take a look at the robe bottom of the first necromancer. I mean, it's gone from 120 to 105. 90 mil. Oh my god. Okay, so when the combat update hit, everybody was like, screw necromancy, man. Necromancy's terrible. And then they bought their gear back when they realized it was actually still fine. Okay. What about top? What's the price on top? I mean, it's fully recovered. It's fully back to where it was. Huh. Why is Miss Salionar's death mask so expensive? That I literally couldn't tell you. I have no idea. Maybe the bots haven't made it to Heist 1 yet. What about Omniguard? 200 mil is crazy. How is it that cheap? Bro, that's also shaped like my head dent. But yeah, so they were like 250. Another 200. That's still a significant loss, right? They're down 20% in the last little bit. Trade volume is down as well. Yeah, I just think there are fewer necromancers among us. So here's a question. What's going up the most? Like, are people back into range gear now? Oh, they are. Oh, they are. Wait. Range is back. It did the same thing as necromancy. Actually, okay, it's still less than it was months ago, but okay, so it dipped and then came back. It died and went back. Easy case, crazy. Okay. Simple, detailed. Oh my god, the detailed is too detailed. Okay, what about Saren Godbow? Wow, the trade volume is so low. Bro, why is that person's name Poop Maniac? That's crazy. You could have picked any name. Okay, so SGB is stable. Because people don't do telos. What about the Masterwork bow? Surely trade volume's like 0. Yeah, okay, nothing crazy. Masterwork range chaps. All right, chat, which day did my video come out? Probably, wait, I'm gonna find it. Oh no. Oh no. Surely I had no impact on the market. I want to be able to definitively prove that I did not impact the market at all. My video was posted on April 1st. Are you kidding? So right there. Well. Holy shit. Oh no. Damn, dude. From 503 to 820? And then back to what it was before. Holy crap, we basically shorted them. Oh, that's crazy. Damn. Yeah, that's actually nuts. To be fair, I do have a rule when I make videos testing out gear, which is that I never sell anything ever. Obviously, I'm contractually not allowed to merch, so I'm allowed to look at this and find it very funny. There's nothing capable of being sus about it. It's just like, holy crap. What about the Glooby? No, the Gloob too? Okay, this was April 5th, and then this was the day that I talked about how it's bugged. And it went back down again. So, it was 123 when I made my video. 5 days later, it was 214. So like almost 100 mil up. People found it was bugged and it went back down again. Do I buy gear before posting a video? Like, I buy the gear that I use for the video. Yes, I have to test the gear. Oh, that's really funny. Oh, that's crazy. Yeah, that doesn't usually happen, for what it's worth. Yeah, okay, the boots were... Okay, it was mostly just the top. But yeah, that's really funny. How's Gloomfire bugged? So it says it does an amount of damage, and it doesn't. It does less damage than it says it does. Dude, even the Bolg, man, look. That was when my video came out, right there. I mean, it was already kind of moving up, and then it went up a little bit. That's kind of fun. So we've got some people ranging again. What about melee gear, though? Holy crap. Yeah, okay, that's up a bill. Not to merch, right? So, one, I have never merched in my life. Two, I'm contractually, like, I'm quite literally not allowed to merch. I have access to insider information. If I were to merch anything, like, that would be totally unethical and it would cost me my job, which would not be good. And by the way, even before I did anything with Jagex, I've always felt that it was unethical for content creators to merch, period. So ever since I started making YouTube videos, I've always had a rule to never merch anything, never do anything with the economy, because creators have an impact on the economy, and it felt unfair. That's sort of that's my big rule. But yeah, dude, look at that. Oh, 2.5 billions. What about investments top? Melee escape, man. I think this is sort of counteracted, though, by the fact that people are nuking Zammy now. Like, Zammy is dying so fast that it's almost offsetting. Okay, this is what I don't understand at all. I'm not gonna lie. This does not make any sense to me. The node and spike harness was 200 mil. People started mailing, went up to 700 mil, and now it's 600. This has to be a merch, because it's not a good item, right? Like, it's not a good, useful item. Do I still work for Jagex? I don't work for Jagex, but I'm a contractor. I still help them with stuff at times. I'm, like, not a JMod, not an employee, but yeah, they reach out to me to help with stuff sometimes. Dude, that's crazy. Yeah, that's the weirdest one. Have Kopesh's gone up? Oh, because of ecliptic components. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Never mind. I'm assuming Dagger's going down, right? By the way, if you're wondering why Dagger's down, it's because Equilibrium Melee doesn't work with Dagger. You can't Dagger on Equilibrium because the damage comes from crits. So you actually, yeah. Also, shout out Hi-Fuss reporting prices. What a good gold cloak. Thank you, gamer. What a beast. How's crafting going? It's going well. Oh, actually, one I was curious about is the Masterwork 2H, because it is showing up in a lot of PvMe guides. Okay, yeah, it's up a little bit. Interesting. Is melee strong with Equilibrium? Like, not really, but it can be very preferential if you don't have all the upgrades. Okay, what's happened to Magic Gear? Oh, wow. Yo. Yo. Bro, why did I do my magic rebuild now? Chat, it's half price. Although, this was when we literally made this website because Tumikins was getting merged to absolute crap. Like, genuinely, this price here is why we made this website, because we knew they were merching it. Which they're still mad about, by the way. So, like, okay, this was like an actual price. Yeah, like 1.1 is what it was. So it's 800 from 1.1. Dude, not a bad time to get into Magic. I feel like so is that cheap? Dude, what? From 2 bill to 1.2. Wow. Now is a good time to get into Magic, for sure, because I feel like a lot of the time, people do, like, a lot of trend hopping. When it comes to, like, what combat style they use, it's like, oh, melee is really strong. That means every other style is terrible. And I think melee and range are kind of on an upturn. Yeah, okay. The one that I don't get is why the Ember Staff is 90 mil. When the Glooby is so much more. Or the Gloomba, sorry, the Gloomba. Everyone should start PM with Necromancy and then buy the worst styles gear so that when it gets buffed, you have best in slot. Fair. What about upgrade items? So, I feel like Shard of Genesis is down because people are nuking Sanctum. Dude, somebody posted a video of a full Sanctum hard mode run that was 5 minutes long. A 5-minute long Sanctum run. Which is like, yeah, that... You're printing money at that speed. Like, they sure move from a mascot. I actually think it's kind of okay that it comes from multiple sources, especially since what they've done with ecliptic components, where Roar and Odor actually are way, way up because of that. Look at this. 79 mil up to 240. So, like, realistically, I think the GP per hour on Sanctum is good. It's just, it's not solely propped up by the Gen Shard. I think because if you want best in slot, you need 6 Gen Shards or 8 Gen Shards or whatever. I think it's good that they don't all come from one boss. You know, Matter, you think you could upload a Matter DPS guide? Yes, I can. I can and I will. What about upgrade items? Ooh, did the facets crash? No, not really. Huh. Although there isn't a lot of trade volume. Okay, fair enough. Enchantment of Agony. That's called Depression, and I already have it. I didn't pay 95 mil for it, though. I got it for free. Can I say, I think it's really funny that when we made this site, people were like, you need to include the enchantments. Why aren't you including the enchantments? So we did, and there have been a total of 2 trades ever. People are investing into melee range. Because pre-bis, they're way better than Magic. Yeah, I actually do think that the Magic changes from a couple weeks ago probably impacted, though. Like, I feel like they probably would have helped. What about Dracolich, actually? Are people buying Dracolich? Okay, Dracolich is down. 300 mil. 318 from 409. Okay, so Draco's down a bit. What about Orange Salamander? I can't afford it. How much is Grim? Grim is way down. 83 mil, dude. That's crazy. I mean, it makes sense, though, because respectfully, they made Equilibrium too strong. Wait. Editor Nathan sold a Grimoire? Pog. Look, Editor Nathan mentioned. Yeah, people are also killing Soul like in like 2 minutes. That'll do it. Okay. Item components. Now I don't care about this. Range gear. What about Misk gear? EOFs are up. Full book is up. Bond is down. Grim is down. Rings, there's no trade volume. Skilling items. Dude, a tuner is crazy cheap. It's actually, like, surprisingly cheap. Apparently, it's really fun to use, but because they added a way to AFK runecrafting, I feel like people just do that. Yeah, Dowser. That's big ticket money right there. So Roller Grimoires will be ripped to pages soon? Yeah, I think they're just about there. Hot take, a tutor's busted, nobody knows it. I just think people don't do runecrafting training actively. I think they'd rather just AFK it, because you can AFK it by, like, imbuing the weapons. It's just, like, a very chill 400k XP an hour. That's what I did on this account. Like, I kind of get it. I feel like gate drops should be ecliptic components. Yeah, that actually wouldn't be a bad thing. I feel like thematically it kind of makes sense. Hybrid gear. Vamp gloves, disassembles, codices. Dude, Praisal Codex up makes sense. Because nobody does AOD, but people need codices because they're switching styles. Perfect sense. Greater Fury is down because people are doing Equilibrium melee. So this was when Melee Escape happened, and then this is when Equilibrium happened. That's really funny. You could just see, like, the actual updates. Every update with an impact on the price. What about Barge? Oh my, dude. Do y'all think they made Melee strong enough, or nah? That's crazy. Crazy that Prayers of Codex has kept its price for so long. I have a take about AOD. I think people don't realize, I think like a lot of casual PVMers think that in order to kill AOD, you need a team of 7. And you don't. You can very easily duo or trio AOD, and it's not like an endgame hard PVM thing. It's very similar to what 7-man AOD was like 3 years ago. But people do, like, you can even get like skips and stuff. It doesn't scale. Yeah, but your drop rates do. So it's harder in a trio, but you get scale drops. I did AOD recently and I was surprised how doable it was. Yeah, no. Like on this account, I'm probably gonna duo AOD for my last dexes. Because I think in a duo, you can get like 5-minute kills at a 1 in 36 for a dex. Like it's a dex every 3 hours for the team. Reyes, exactly. So the way that AOD works is it's a 1 in 36, no matter what your team size is, 7 or under. So in a solo, it's a 1 in 36. In a 7-man, it's a 1 in 36. But it would be like a 7-person split, right? It picks one of the people to give it to. So yeah, it's linear scaled. Did I see the 36-second AOD? I didn't. But yeah, no, once I've got my Master Arc range, I'm genuinely considering an AOD arc where I duo. But yeah, that's why I think Prayers of Codex is so expensive. People don't realize that small team is like super chill to do. Honestly, maybe I should make a talk through for it. I'm putting on my list. Can I show this? Yeah, I can. All right, I'm leaking my project board. I totally hit the wrong button. New post. AOD small team. Not started. Ryan. Post. This is where we keep track of all of our projects, by the way. Did 4-man AOD had 2 minions sooner. Thought it was going to be tough. Hadn't done AOD in 6 years. It was a joke. Yep. How hard is it to solo? That's a little harder. Confidential channel? Yeah, that's for, that's just for passwords for things. Like the VOD channel has a password. My NAS has a password, stuff like that. But yeah. That's where we organize all of our projects. Do you guys want to see the next Hardcore Ironman episode? Here's the script. If I could do Virago, do you think I could do AOD? Solo AOD is way harder. Definitely way harder. But yeah, small team AOD would be really fun. Like, dude, duo AOD, honestly, it's fun and it's not that hard. I might invest some time into thinking about it and figuring it out. What's going on with the hardcore today? Okay, so we embarked upon making Master Arc range gear under the falsified information that we could, you could make it below level 110, where you only had to be 110 for the first step. And then every subsequent step, I was under the impression that it would just be slower to make, but you could still do it. That was not the case at all. So we made some parts of it, and then we stalled out at the point where it's like, okay, I need 110 for every single part of this process. So what we decided to do is I ultra grew 200 star blooms for like 5 million XP in star blooms. And I'm going to be AFKing to 107 crafting so we can do it with regular crafting pots. Have I made star 1 plus 5? Yeah. I've already done a full set. And I have almost a second set coming. So yeah, basically, we were going to be making Masterwork today and using it. We hit a massive roadblock, being my crafting level. And then instead of cutting dragon stones all day, I thought this would be better because it's a little bit more active, which is better for on stream. And then the AFK part, I can do on my own time. Although I will also say this part is taking longer than I thought it would, because I've never done a star bloom shipment like this. Are we going for 5 Bs? No, just 4. Just the 4. I did do 80 regularly. It's around 4 minutes 30. With Necro and We Are Bad. That's really sick. So you're making bank then. Yeah, that's really cool. That's sort of what I expected. But yeah, today's stream was always going to be kind of an intermediary step prep stream, because here's the thing, right? The second I have Masterwork, we're nuking combat achievements. Like, we're going to go absolutely crazy once we've got Masterwork. I'm going for all of the speed kill timers. We might go for a range appraisal codex too, but like, we're ready once I've got the 4-piece Masterwork. But yeah, the actual making it part has been so many hours of mining and smithing and glorious bars. It's been a little more chill. So I thought it'd be a nice chance to talk with chat, hang out with you guys, figure that out. Now, something I'm realizing is because I don't have a top, I'm gonna have to move all my perks around. But my Dracolich is level 18, so that's fine. I can just do it. Because yeah, I would want... Surely I want Equilibrium on the bottoms. Yeah. Putting Equilibrium on a Dracolich top, it just feels wrong, even though it's not. You make a guide for low tier magic. Yes. I can. Let me think. Do I have it handy? Okay, so here's what happened. I made a guide to low-level magic where I did one ability at a time with every setup going from nothing to like super endgame. But I didn't post it because I wasn't happy with it. Like, I wasn't fully happy with the way that I set it up. I wasn't happy with how polished it was. So I put like 3 or 4 hours into the project, but it never came out. If you want, I can literally just send it to you. I'm just looking for it. Here. Yeah, here. If you want it, it's called Magic DPS Guide, non-edited. It's 30 minutes long. Realistically, it probably would have been fine to post, but it wasn't at the quality standard that I'm happy with, but it has all of the info. So, here. If anybody else wants it to, I'll throw it in chat, but yeah. Or just, like, DM me on Discord if you want it, but yeah. I made it, and then I was like, I think I can do better, so I didn't post it. But yeah, that should give you, like... what I did for it is we went one ability at a time. So we gradually built up as you unlock the abilities. I talk about how to best use them. So at a certain point, we go from the Gothic Staff to this setup, which is just a tier 90 magic setup. Tectonic, Ember Staff. And then at the end, we've got full Tumikins. And we're doing like a full endgame setup. But yeah, anyway, feel free to take a look at that. See if it helps. If you have any questions too, just DM me. I can help. But... with that said, team, I do think we're calling it here for today's stream. I am exhausted. I think it's time for me to get some food. So I've been up since very early in the morning. But before I go, really quickly, I just want to say thank you all so much for watching today's stream. I know we didn't do anything crazy exciting. This was probably the least riveting stream ever, but the fact that so many of you guys are here just hanging out, chatting, chilling, really, really appreciate it. Very cool. It honestly means a lot. It gives me a lot of confidence that, like, hey, sometimes if we don't have the greatest plan in history, it's still better to go live than to not go live at all. So thank you guys so much. It genuinely means the world. With that said, though, I'm going to do so much Star Bloom crafting. It is going to be insane. Schedule moving forward is I will either be live tomorrow in the morning or I won't be live at all. We'll call it a 50-50 there. Because I'm taking Pippin to the vet in the afternoon. Although, I guess we could also do a night stream. So I'd say we'll likely be live tomorrow, and then at least one of Saturday or Sunday will be live as well, doing old school leagues prep. But yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Appreciate it. I will see you guys next time. When is old school leagues planning? It's gonna be on Saturday or Sunday. It's gonna be with Pup, and it's gonna be a long day. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching. Have an awesome evening. Take care of yourselves. And I am going to send you over to Luca. I hope you guys enjoy his stream. Bro, he's doing max kill per hour project at the giant mole. What? Luca. Bro has run out of stuff to do in this game. That's crazy. What? All right, enjoy.